At this time, it's like, hey, guys, just be where your feet are, right? Just stick to the process. We've been saying this a lot lately. We've been through the hard. That's the good thing about this team. We've been through hard. We've experienced that throughout the season with the injuries and some of the struggles. But, like you say, we've always gotten off the mat. And so we're prepared for this. And then we also say, just do simple better. Man, this is about throwing and catching the baseball. This is about quality at bats. This is about running the bases. None of that other stuff matters, right? Just be where your feet are, live between the lines, great energy in the dugout. No judgment is another thing we say. Just play the game, and let's see what happens.
You do a phenomenal job. Well, you do a phenomenal job at a lot of things. But one thing I appreciate is that you share and delegate praise and criticism. I can't help but not point out the performance we've had from Eddie King Jr. and Jake Monroe at the plate. I mean, you have had two guys in the heart of your order that have been really good all year, but, man, they have just caught fire here in the Super Regional, and that's got to be a huge step for you guys.
Well, that's what it takes. Some guys have to step up. The good news is it doesn't have to be them. Like, it can easily be Zion Rose today. It can be Tage Davis today. Obviously, Matt Klein has given us great at-bats. You know, we're going to put Byram Hott in the lineup today because he could give us a couple great swings. So, I mean, that's what makes it a great team, is when you don't have to live and die off of one person. So our lineup should be confident. As we say, confidence is contagious, and we should be a confident group right now.
Speaking of confidence, you have to be really confident in sending Ethan Eberle to the hill. I appreciated his honesty in the postgame out in Nashville when he talked about how he didn't pitch well in the conference tournament and kind of a weird appearance. He said he pitched really poorly in the scrimmage. He wasn't afraid to admit that. And I know feel the same way I do. If you want to endear yourself to us, you quote Tom Jurich and you're on. He said, I just wanted to be humble and hungry and move forward. And, man, you got to love that out of a kid.
Amen. I mean, it's in the Traeger in big, bold letters. It's something we preach from day one. You want things to sink in with these guys and it become part of their fabric, part of their language. So, because I know it not only helps them in baseball, it helps them in life, right? So, be humble, be hungry, respect the game, respect your opponent, and go out there and compete, man. Just give it all you got.
When you look at this Miami squad you're facing, people can talk about, man, it's going to be tough to adjust to the atmosphere. You and I know they played at Pete Taylor Park last weekend, and that's no easy task. And they got boat raced on Sunday night. That Game 7 was a lot of tension, a lot of pressure, and they were able to come through. So I know that you're respectful of what J.D. Arteaga and his crew can do.
No doubt. Like I said, we always respect the game, respect our opponent, but on day 3, we don't even go over the scouting report. On day 3, it's like, guys, we know about our opponent. This is about us. This is about us controlling what we can control. So, man, just show our toughness, show our grit, show our competitiveness, show our talent, man. This is a talented bunch, and the sky's the limit for this group. So let's go out there and take advantage of an awesome opportunity we got.
Live up to these gold standard uniforms. Let's win that first inning, Skip.
Amen. You got it, Sean. Thanks.
Dan McDonald, head coach of the Cards. Starting lineup and first pitch coming up next. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
U of L Health Eye Institute is the official eye care provider for U of L athletics. Our ophthalmologists and optometrists, who are members of U of L Physicians Eye Specialists, are nationally renowned experts. They not only provide eye care for the Cards, they are also the only eye care providers you need. From routine eye care and vision exams to specialized treatments for complicated conditions. With several convenient locations throughout Kentuckiana, they are also close to home. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Louisville baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better way to show your Cardinals pride than with gear from Kentucky Branded. Whether you're at the ballpark or watching from home, we've got the perfect game day apparel to keep you looking sharp all season long. Tees, hats, and more. Shop the best selection, lowest prices, and get everything you need to rep the Cards in style. Visit Kentucky Branded behind Trader Joe's in the Shelbyville Road Plaza and gear up for the season. Or shop online at KentuckyBranded.com.
502 Circle is thrilled to be the official NIL collective of the Louisville Cardinals, now a proud official partner of U of L Athletics. 502 Circle is ensuring that U of L student athletes are benefiting from the name, image, and likeness opportunities now available in college athletics. Visit 502circle.com today to find out how you can be at the forefront of supporting U of L student athletes through NIL. Become a member of 502 Circle today. Join the circle. Go Cards.
Hey there, Cardinals fans. Your home deserves top-tier care and attention. That's why you can count on Southern Roofing and Renovations, your trusted local roofing expert. From the moment they arrive to the final inspection, Southern Roofing provides a guided experience from start to finish. Whether it's a quick repair or a full roof replacement, they've got you covered with the dedication and quality you can rely on. Visit southernrnr.com and see the Southern difference for yourself.
Here with you, an electric atmosphere on this cloudy Sunday in the Ville. Let's take a look at the PNC Bank starting lineups, brought to you by PNC, official bank of the University of Louisville. For the road, Miami Hurricanes, 35-26 overall, 9-16 away from home. They finished 9th in the ACC under head coach J.D. Arteaga in his second season as head coach, 23rd season on the coaching staff after he was a player at Coral Gables as well, a lifer. Arteaga's lineup looks like this. Jake Ogden, the hero yesterday with the big 3-run home run to turn a deficit into a lead, leads off. The shortstop's followed by left fielder Max Galvin. Daniel Cuvée, who capped the scoring, and those runs really mattered as that 9th inning got a little sketchy for the Canes. Cuvé's 3-run home run was the difference. He's at third base. He is batting third, and that's his only hit so far this weekend. Dorian Gonzalez is at second. He will bat in the cleanup spot. It's Derek Williams back at the DH hitting fifth. Renzo Gonzalez is at first hitting sixth. And 7A9er catcher Tanner Smith. Right fielder Gabby Gutierrez getting the call today. His third start of the year, hitting 167, working a hunch, working a righty against a lefty. So Gutierrez, a new face in the lineup. And Michael Torres in center field. He has been their best hitter in postseason, leading the team in average so far through their regional and super regional experience. So Ogden, Galvin, Cuvée, Gonzalez, Williams, Gonzalez. That's Dorian and then Renzo of the Gonzaleses, Smith, Gutierrez, and Torres for the Miami Hurricanes. For your Louisville Cardinals, 39-22, 28-8 here in the friendly confines of Jim Patterson Stadium under head coach Dan McDonnell in his 19th season, his 10th Super Regional. His defense sends Garrett Pike into right field, Lucas Moore into center, and the man, Eddie King Jr. in left. Around the infield, it's Monroe at third. That's Jake Monroe. Alex Alicea at short. Byram Hott getting the call at second base today. Hott making his 26th start in place of Neighbors, who had that base-running blunder. So a chance for Byram to get into the postseason action for the first time. He has Tate Davis next to him, with Matt Klein doing the catching. And on the hill for the Cardinals, number 51, Ethan Eberle. A 6'5" freshman lefty from Bloomington, Illinois, as the Cardinals take the diamond. All-regional team selection, all-freshman team in the ACC. Again, the southpaw, first-year player for the Cardinals getting the call. And he is 6-2 with a 4.42 ERA over 17 appearances, including 8 starts. 53 innings, 27 runs, 26 earned on 49 hits and 24 walks. He has 50 strikeouts. He has surrendered 6 doubles and 10 home runs. That total leads the team. Opponents, though, hitting only .250 against him. He has not had a wild pitch, but has hit 9 batters, which is second on the squad. It's Eberle on the hill for the Cardinals. What has Eberle done lately? Well, you heard he was all regional. He faced Wright State in the championship game of the Nashville Regional and went 6 1/3 innings of 2-hit shutout ball with 3 walks and a career-best 11 strikeouts. No extra base hits, so just 2 singles in the 6-0 win for the Louisville Cardinals. He was inserted into the starting rotation against Boston College and went 4 solid innings, 3 against NC State, 4 2/3 brilliant frames against Clemson on the road, 5 against Florida State, in which he had that tough play in right field that Pike went down early, but pitched well outside of it. Notre Dame, 5 very good innings in the win. He pitched 5 innings against Georgia Tech, surrendering 2, and 6 against Wake Forest, giving up 3 runs. He came out of the pen against Pitt in the conference tournament in kind of an odd situation there. But postseason Eberle has earned the nickname Slim and None. He's not quite slight as Stark, but a tall drink of water, and he had not been touched in Nashville by a powerful Wright State Raiders squad. Louisville going with the gold standard uniform. They are an ivory-colored uniform with a red Cardinal script across the front, outlined in sparkling gold. Sparkling gold numbers underneath on the left side with the Cardinals logo on the left sleeve and right sleeve and an NCAA patch on the left sleeve. Red piping down the outside of the pant leg and the white spikes. Ivory caps, Old English L in red outlined in gold on the crown of the cap with a red brim. Miami countering with their green uniform tops and gray pants. Miami across the front with numbers underneath in white outlined in orange. Green and orange spikes, green caps, the white Miami M on the crown, an orange bill. Plate umpire is David Ewell. Greg Charles is at first. Eddie Newsom's at second. Billy Van Raphorst is at third. The fans are keyed up to a fever pitch of this capacity crowd. Eberly is set. Ogden digs in, and we are officially underway. Strike one from David Ewell on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Eberly. Eberly fastball change curve. Little slurvy, not quite the true 12-6, but it's a good one. The 0-1 from Eberly tries to feather a breaking ball away, and that catches the zone, but we don't get the call. So it's early. Nerves for everybody in a championship game. 1-1 the count, but a good backdoor breaker from Eberly. The 1-1. Off speed is spun up onto the rooftop, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ogden. So far in the Super Regionals, Ogden is 3 for 10 with a double, a home run, 3 driven in. He has struck out twice. And the fans are going to provide the energy early, as they have each of these 3 games. Many of them on their feet. Here for the first batter of the game with a 1-2 count. Eberly comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Little tapper out in front of the plate. Off the mound is Eberly. He fires to Davis. 1 away. You love to get the nerves out of the way with that leadoff batter, and that brings up Max Galvin. So much value to that, in addition to the fact that the tough outs in this lineup have been Ogden, Cuvée, and Gonzalez in terms of production. Torres at the bottom of the order has played beyond his regular season numbers. But here is Galvin. Galvin 5 of 10 with 3 doubles, but he has not driven in a run. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And Eberly pitches out of the set position, kicks and fires a called strike. Lefty's hitting 243, righty's hitting 254. The Canes hitting 277 against righties, 272 against lefties. Galvin hitting 320. He's better against left-handed pitchers. An 0-1 count after the fastball hits the zone. The 0-1 is into center field. Moore going back toward the track. He steadies his foot and grabs it with the leather for out number 2. A hard hit ball, but Moore had plenty of space, and here is Daniel Cuvée. 75 degrees, our first pitch temperature, according to the National Weather Service at Bowman Field. 71% humidity, and the winds finally having an impact. They are out of the northwest at 12 to 23 miles per hour. So a crosswind, if you will, maybe a little bit out to right field, favoring the left-handed pull hitters. Cuvée doesn't need wind anywhere. The third baseman is a superstar in the making. First offering, he waves and misses at a breaking ball. Might need a chiropractor after that swing. 0-1 the count. Cuvée, the Hattiesburg Regional MVP, was first-team All-ACC after a consensus freshman All-American campaign last year. 18 home runs, 84 RBI, and a .369 average. Mr. Vamus, the 0-1, wave and a miss at a fastball. Good morning and good afternoon to Daniel Cuvée, and the fans rise to their feet once again with 2 out, nobody on here in the first. Ethan Eberly trying to set the tone, as the pitching staff has all postseason. With 2 out, nobody on, the 0-2 offering from Eberly. Just misses up and in. 1-2. He is not afraid to come in, and that is a whale of a pitch from Ethan Eberly at 90 right into the kitchen. Just a tad high. Setting up the backdoor breaker. We'll see. the 1-2 from Eberle. Fouled back off the netting. He went back to the fastball middle in, and Cuvée was late to it, thinking about that breaking ball. Our Wimbledon-esque white spandex tank top and skirt diamond dolls gather the loose baseball with a red skull cap. Hott shifts over to the third base side of the second base bag, playing deep behind it. With 2 out, the 1-2. Down and away. Tried to go with a breaking ball. 2-2 the count to Cuvée. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 6'4", 235. It's hard not to love this kid. He can really play. White and orange batting gloves with the old-style V-neck uniform top. Orange and white trim on the V and on the sleeves. The 2-2 delivery. Just a spoiling swing on a breaking ball. Pulling it foul. It was off the plate away. Cuvée adjusts the batting gloves while holding the Louisville slugger under his right elbow. He'll take a swing below the belt, tap each side of the plate, throw the bat up vertically with another warm-up windmill and a third. Now he settles in. The point from the plate umpire and another 2-2 pitch from Eberle. Fouled back out of play, and Cuvée is continuing to battle. Diamond Doll will deliver some new baseballs to David Ewell. U-Y-L, the spelling. This is game 3 for the 3rd time in Louisville history. It's the 6th time in Miami history. They're 3-2, but 1-2 on the road. Cards 1-1, both here in Patterson. With 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first. Another 2-2 pitch. Misses away. Try to change up there. And we are full. Fans have remained on their feet. As soon as there were 2 strikes with an 0-2 count, they were up and ready. And they are continuing to do what they can to will this final out of the first inning. The payoff pitch. Breaker fouled. And Cuvée will not go away. Again, Cuvée just a 1 hit, 1 of 8. It was a home run. He drove in 3. He has struck out 3 times and hit into a double play. He has been challenged in. They've gone breakers down and away. Gone to the changeup. That was a breaking ball in. He's a tough one to solve. You lose this battle, there's no shame. The 3-2. Sharply on the ground and past Tage Davis into right field for a base hit. So an exquisite battle there. And Cuvée takes an 89-mile-an-hour heater in and goes the other way with an inside-out swing for a 2-out single. So the momentum not quite as big as it potentially could be for the Cardinals, and now they're going to have to stem the tide of a 2-out base runner. That ball was 105 off the bat of Cuvée. On the 10th pitch of the at-bat. So 4 foul balls after going down 0-2. Dorian Gonzalez with a left-left matchup. With a runner at first and 2 out. First pitch swinging. Sends it into left. Eddie King Jr. is over. He has a little leap to make the snare. Flips it onto the berm. And on 1 pitch, Gonzalez is solved. And the Canes go down scoreless in the top of the first inning. Bottom 1 coming up. Super regional championship game. And we'll see what the Cards have in store. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Knock your career goals out of the park with a graduate degree from U of L's College of Business. With flexible learning options, our MBA, MS in Business Analytics, and MS in Accountancy and Analytics programs fit your schedule and your ambition. Join a cohort of driven classmates and learn from business leaders who have been around the bases. Ready to step up to the plate and swing for success? Get started today at business.louisville.edu.
Hey Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
Batting order for the Cardinals looks like this. Moore, Klein, Monroe moved up to the 3-hole, flipping spots with Zion Rose. Eddie King Jr. still in the cleanup role with Garrett Pike hitting 5th. Rose is hitting 6th. He's the DH today. And it's Davis, Hott, and Ali Saya. So 2 changes for Coach. Nothing too dramatic. Hott and Neighbors had platooned a good part of the season as Byram's making his 26th start of the season. But it's Moore, Klein, Monroe, King, Pike, Rose, Davis, Hott, Ali Saya, the 9 for the Cards. Gutierrez in right, Torres in center, Galvin in left. Around the horn in the infield from 3rd to 1st, it's Cuvée, Ogden, Dorian Gonzalez, and Renzo Gonzalez. Smith doing the catching. And on the hill for the Hurricanes is number 22, Reese Lumpkin, a 5th-year grad who played 4 seasons at Winthrop. He transferred in to Columbia, South Carolina native after working as a weekend starter last year at Winthrop, going 2-8 with a 5.10 ERA. This year he's been a midweek guy, 14 appearances, 11 starts, 4-2 with a 5.33 ERA, 54 innings, 35 runs, 32 earned, 54 hits, 19 walks, 49 strikeouts, 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 263 opponent's average, no wild pitches, but he has hit 7 batters. We're going to see fastball, change, and slider, but it's mostly fastball and change. And Lucas Moore digs in, ready to go. The wind in the pitch, and it misses away, ball 1. Lucas has struggled a bit in the postseason overall. Moore is 4 of 22, a 182 average. In the Supers, he is 1 for 9 with a walk. Upright in his stance, he'll stride forward with the 1-0 delivery, and he ropes it right to the second baseman, Dorian Gonzalez, and put another one on the list of hard-hit outs for the Cardinals at 104 off the bat. If you think I'm exaggerating, let me pass this along to you. The Cardinals' 19 hits have all been over 91 miles per hour off the bat. The 8 softest base hits in terms of velocity have been all Miami. Here's Matt Klein. I know it's not all about velocity, but when you're hitting the ball, it matters. First pitch, misses down. 1-0 the count. Klein in the postseason is 6 of 18 in his return, having just played 1 game in the final game of the pre-NCAA season in the ACC tournament. He has 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 4 driven in. The 1-0, fouled at the plate. 1-1 the count. Lumpkin started the regional championship game on Monday of last week at Southern Miss. Gave up a run on 3 hits and 3 1/3 innings. Got roughed up by Notre Dame the weekend before. FIU, he had a rough outing, and FIU got him another time. 5 over 2/3 of an inning. With 1 out, the 1-1. Bounced right to the first baseman, Renzo Gonzalez. He steps on the bag. And the fans jokingly ask if that's fair or foul. If you know, you know. Here's Jake Monroe. Brilliant outing against Bethune-Cookman. 1 run on 1 hit in 6 innings. But as he stepped into ACC play against Notre Dame, things didn't go great. 4 runs over 2 innings. So Monroe bats. He has 3 of the team's 6 home runs. Cards have hit 11 in the postseason. He and King tied with the lead with 3 apiece. First offering is a breaking ball high, 1-0. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless. Cloud cover dominating the skyscape. We have not seen bright sunshine since pregame. Had a little bit. Lumpkin, a veteran. Again, 5th-year player. 4 years at Winthrop. The 1-0. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. No word on whether or not the Wells Fargo wagon has arrived. Wind blowing out to right field. Bases cleared. Bottom of the first inning, 2 out. Hitters count for Monroe. The 2-0 pitch. Barreled into left field, and that ball will get down. Galvin is over to catch it on a hop as Monroe takes an aggressive turn. It is a ringing single. Jake Monroe is now 7 of 18 in the postseason. He leads the team in extra base hits. And here in the Supers, he is now 4 of 8 with 3 home runs and 6 RBI. And Eddie King Jr. getting the Eddie treatment right out of the gate. Eddie's postseason, 11 of 19 with 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 7 RBI, a .579 average. He's 5 of 7 in the Supers with a double, 2 home runs, and 3 driven in. Runner at first, 2 out. First pitch to Eddie King Jr. Breaking ball misses low, 1-0. The changeup out of the hand of Lumpkin, something we're going to see a lot of today. A white 22 on his back. Lead at first from Monroe. With 2 out, the 1-0 pitch to King. Pounded into the turf. A Sunday hop for Cuvée. He fires across, and the inning is over. So Eddie's human. It's just the nature of baseball. But the Cards get a knock, and Monroe is stranded after the 2-out single. A train pulling on the diesel whistle as it heads southbound beyond the right field wall. We go to the second inning scoreless in this super regional winner-take-all game. This is Louisville baseball from Learfield.
Choose the best Honda with more Best Buy awards than any other brand. All Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are in stock and on sale. Honda is the best performance brand, best overall brand, and best value brand by KBB.com. To save on a new Honda, search your local Honda dealer today. Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards for Kelly Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Louisville MSD is building a dream team, and we want you to join the roster. Just like the Cards, we're always recruiting dedicated players who want to make a real difference. Every day, we tackle challenges to ensure safe, clean waterways through wastewater treatment, stormwater management, and Ohio River flood protection. Our commitment to the community is matched only by the way we invest in our employees, with competitive benefits like tuition assistance, healthcare, parental leave, and more. Ready to make your mark? Be part of something bigger at LouisvilleMSD.org.
Thank you to all those who joined us at Roosters in Middletown this season for the Coach McDonald Radio Show. Visit all of the Roosters locations in and around the city all summer long for numerous specials, including Monday boneless wing nights, happy hours, party rooms, and more. Roosters, a fun casual joint. Scoreless through 1, each team with a 2-out hit. The third baseman getting on base with a knock. And it will be the 5, 6, 7 batters in the order. Williams, Renzo, Gonzalez, and Smith for the Hurricanes. Williams 0 for 6 with 2 strikeouts starting 2 games. Renzo Gonzalez is 1 for 4. He's walked a couple of times. The catcher, Tanner Smith, in the 3-hole in this frame is 1 for 5 with a double. He has also walked twice. Cardinals pitchers have a 2.05 ERA in the postseason, 3.18 here in the Supers. Those runs yesterday primarily unearned in that rough inning that started with a tough luck error for Alicea. First pitch, a sword of a swing by Williams as he was fooled badly on the breaking ball. 0-1 the count. You hate to throw around names like Chris Sale or Jamie Arnold, but there's a funky arm slot for the lanky lefty Eberle, as this one's blistered right back up the box and into center field. So that fastball was up and away, almost out of the zone, and Williams goes up and gets it, and he has his first hit of the weekend. So a leadoff single, and here's Renzo Gonzalez. Be curious to see if the coaches are inclined to play a little small ball, knowing the value of a lead in a winner-take-all game. The winner today goes to the College World Series in Omaha. For the Cardinals, it would be their 6th venture, their first since 2019. For the Canes, it would be their 26th, and their first since 2016. Trying to get back to their historic place as a 4-time national champion. Eberle will go over to first, and Davis has to twist to his left to gather that wide throw. Renzo Gonzalez hails from Miami. Our southbound train squealing along the tracks. Still moving along with a moving backdrop beyond the right field wall. Wind blowing across the diamond with cloudy skies. Eberle comes plateward and gets a check swing on a ball down and away. The appeal to third, and Billy Van Raphorst said he didn't go. 1-0 the count. Eberle just off the rubber, looks over toward the train at the scoreboard. Now twists his left foot against the slab. Monroe in at third base on the grass. Davis holding the runner. The 1-0 delivery. Over for a strike. So there's a delay from Ewell physically on the strike call, but he'll give the verbal right away. So you see a pitch like that breaking ball that found the upper left corner of the zone, and for a beat you think, well, did he not call it? No, he's there. You just got to be patient. Throw over to first again. Eberle has one of the team's 11 pickoffs. If opponents attempt to run on Ethan, they're just 2 of 4. Miami has 65 steals and 78 tries. And Derek Williams, who has not played the full season, he's missed 20 games with a broken hamate, is 10 of 14. Here's a shot to Alisea, could be 2. To Hott, to Davis. Roll him up. The 6-4-3 double play erases the leadoff single. And there's 2 down for Tanner Smith. For Renzo Gonzalez, that is his 5th double play he has hit into. And for the Cardinals, they have turned 2. Hitting into 4. So Smith, 255 average, and the fans getting a card cheer going out of the gate here with 2 out, nobody on in the second. The kick and the pitch, waved out and missed. A breaking ball that fooled Smith badly, 0-1. And I know that Dan McDonnell, associate head coach and pitching coach Roger Williams, love challenging with the fastball, but man, if that breaker is going to befuddle the Canes, let's spin them. Obviously, you got to keep them honest, but it is a weapon. 2 out, nobody on the 0-1. Right back to it, and it misses just down. 1-1 the count, so like minds there. Beef O'Brady's is a proud sponsor of the Cardinals. Visit Beef O'Brady's for good food and good sports. Eberle back on the hill now. Set at the belt. The 1-1. Misses high. Fastball at 87. 2-1 to Tanner Smith. Smith hails from Chandler, Arizona, a transfer from Oregon State. Originally from Bemidji, Minnesota. He was at OSU for 3 seasons. Hit .221 last year in Corvallis. 2 out, nobody on the 2-1. In the dirt, picked off the turf by Klein, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. We have 7 games today. We could have had just 4, but only 1 team has advanced to the College World Series. That's Coastal Carolina. 2 out, nobody on the 3-1. Popped up, right side. Davis giving chase, but the wind's going to push this one up into and over the netting for a foul ball that puts the count to full. Again, Tanner Smith, 1 for 5 with a double. 2 walks at HBP, 2 strikeouts. As the fans are back on their feet for the 2-strike clap and stomp on the aluminum decking here at Jim Patterson Stadium. They play a big role. With 2 out, nobody on. The 3-2 pitch. Muscled into the air, right field. Pike coming over. He's got it. Inning is over. Leadoff single erased on the double play. Eberle faces the minimum. Pike, Rose, and Davis set to swing it in the bottom of the second. Scoreless here in Game 3 of this Super Regional. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at ProRehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
Want your brand to stand out? Start with Clark & Riggs. Clark & Riggs does it all and does it best. on-demand and variable data printing, direct mail management, e-commerce solutions, warehousing and fulfillment, large format signage and point of purchase material, retail decor and fixtures, rapid prototyping, the finest offset and digital printing in the business, online ordering and inventory management, everything your brand needs to succeed. Visit morethanaprinter.com.
The first two games was scored in the bottom of the second inning, and that's where we head now with Pike, Rose, and Davis. Pike led off on Friday with a solo home run, obviously, to left field. Miami got the scoring going yesterday. Clark & Riggs sponsors the college scoreboard. They're the official program printer of the Louisville Cardinals. More than just a printer, in Coastal Carolina punched their ticket, the 14 seed over the 3 seed. Excuse me. Now I'm going to have to double check on this one because the national rankings are up and those always give me turned around. Either way, Coastal's in. They got a 4-1 win in Game 2. So they sent themselves on to America's Heartland. Arizona got a 10-8 win in Chapel Hill to force a Game 3. And Florida State, one in the 7th, one in the 8th for a 3-1 win in Corvallis to force a Game 3 there. First offering to Pike from Lumpkin, misses down, 1-0 the count. Lumpkin has not been throwing a ton of strikes. In the opening game of the LSU Regional against West Virginia, it was all LSU early, all West Virginia late, 16-9. West Virginia sent a little message there, but it might not be enough at the box. The 1-0 is tapped foul first base side, evening the count at 1-1. Garrett Pike just seemed so close down in Nashville, 3 of 18 with a home run and 2 driven in overall. He is 1 of 7, but that one was a big one, the first run of the weekend. A solo home run back on Friday. He works with a 1-1 ledger here, a flick of the wrists into the air by the slight right-hander Lumpkin. He drops his left foot back and kicks and deals the 1-1, and it's banged into the netting. 2 Mourning Doves on top of the cabling, undeterred by the disruption. And the count is 1-2. Duke took care of Murray State 7-4. They'll play Game 2 today. It was Arkansas over Tennessee 4-3 for the same situation, and UCLA a 5-2 winner thanks to 2 in the 8th against UTSA. Kick in the delivery is a ground ball to the shifted second baseman Gonzalez. He bobbles it a little bit but makes the throw in time. And this Miami defense has been very good this season and so far in this Super Regional. Each team with just 1 error. And Zion Rose will be the batter as the leadoff man has been retired twice on groundouts to second for the Cardinals. That ball not hit particularly hard. Here's Zion Rose. Rose batting in the 6 hole. Place he's been lately. First offering breaking ball misses away. 1-0. We don't see a ton of sliders out of the hand of Lumpkin, but we got one there. Those hands kind of violently thrown above the head, a little bit like Reed Detmer's, but more pronounced. And he delivers down in the zone. 2-0. Kind of looking for a once through the order from Lumpkin, and then Siskar, we believe, will be available, the Friday starter who only throw 40-some pitches. Winters, and then Will Smith, one of their primary bullpen arms. 1 out, nobody on. The 2-0 to Zion Rose. Grounded sharply right to the shortstop, Ogden. Easy play, 2 down. So Rose got a changeup away and tried to pull it, pounded it into the turf, and that's a pitch that if you're going to attack 2-0, you probably want to try to shoot it through the right side of the infield. You get a little too pull happy and you'll get weak groundouts to your side of the infield. And Tate Davis will be the batter. Still going without the batting gloves. The tall first baseman, 6'4", 220 from Philadelphia, PA. His dad, Ben, a first-round pick, 2nd overall in the 95 draft by the Padres out of Malvern Prep, the same school Tague attended. USA Today said he's the best high school catcher since Dale Murphy in 1974. First pitch, big wave and a miss at a fastball up out of the zone, 0-1, and Davis has been unable to catch up to some fastballs this weekend. The Malvern Prep Friars, as a matter of fact. Jim Croce went to school there. Mike Rooney used to coach there, and he coached Ben Davis. The 0-1. Changeup misses away. 1-1 the count. Some oohs from the fans. It was about a ball and a half outside. Take Davis is 2 for 6 in the Super Regional. Batting .278 overall. Has not driven in a run, but he can here. 2 out, nobody on. The 1-1 to Take Davis. Lifted in the air, down the left field line, foul. Sprinting over is Galvin, and it drops right at his feet as he kind of slowed, maybe not realizing the wind was going to push that ball back toward him. So that looked like a ball he could have caught. The freshman home run record being shown on the television broadcast. The 18 by Take Davis broke Chris Dominguez's mark of 15 in 07. Alex Binelas had 14 in 2019. Both of those young men played in Omaha. Take would love to join that list with that distinction. The record holder awaits a 1-2 offering. Wave and a miss. Fastball up in the zone right past him. The scout says he loves to go fastball up with 2 strikes, and he gets it right past the swinging Davis for his first K of the game. So Lumpkin pitching very well first time through the order. We head to the third. Still scoreless. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you tickets to your happy place. Games just like this one. As the official bank of the Louisville Cardinals, PNC Bank keeps your finances boring, so you can ride the excitement all the way through regulation and beyond with the University of Louisville PNC Bank Visa debit card. That way, you can enjoy all the hot dogs, soft pretzels, and beverages to fuel your favorite fan activities while you're here. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, we're an exciting chapter in the Jewish hospital story. Built on a history of over 40 medical firsts, we're the area's only heart hospital with a focus on comprehensive heart care, where academic research pioneers innovative treatments and a network of experts offers life-changing care. Here, your heart is in the right place. Visit uoflhealth.org/heart.
Times this year, the Louisville Cardinals have had a rubber game at home, and they are 8 times this year the Cardinals have won at home on a Sunday, and it is a 4-0 mark with rubber games at home. So 8-0 in the Sunday games and 4-0 in rubber games. 3 times it's been a win Friday and a loss Saturday, just like we had here. So if you're looking for omens trending in the right direction, there's another one for you. Gabby Gutierrez will open things up for the Hurricanes. Gutierrez pinch hit yesterday and struck out. And again, this is his 3rd start, 36th game. He has 5 hits and 30 at-bats with 10 strikeouts. So you talk about playing a hunch. This is it with the right-handed batter, and he cringes at the fastball in. Not quite a knee buckle, but not uncomfortable look. It's 0-1. So Eberle starts him out in and up with a fastball. Gutierrez wears number 55 on his back from Miami. The 0-1 from Eberle. Up and away. 1-1 the count. 2 hits for the Canes. 1 erased on the double play. 1 base runner for the Cards, the single by Monroe. We're 2 innings in. We are scoreless in a battle of the freshman and the 5th year on the mound. The 1-1. Over for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So today, again, these are great days. 8 games yesterday, the 16 best teams this season, and 7 more today. And we'll get you caught up on the scoreboard as we do have action ready and rolling. 2-strike clap. The leadoff batter with a 1-2 count. The kick and the delivery. Got him looking like he was standing in line at the DMV. Fastball up. Freezes Gutierrez. He continues his trend of taking the capital K. It's the first for Eberle after a career high 11 last weekend. There's one down, and here's the red-hot Michael Torres. So Torres in the Super Regional is 4 of 7 with an RBI and a walk. He will see a lefty here in Eberly, the lefty-lefty matchup. And Ethan kicks, squaring and taking his Torres, and it's a called strike, 0-1 on a fastball away. Arizona scored first for the third time in this weekend. They're up 1-0 on North Carolina. They're in the bottom of the third inning now, Chapel Hill. UNC, the 5 seed, they are the home squad. The 0-1. Breaking ball inside, strike, 0-2. Good morning, good afternoon, Michael Torres. Duke and Murray, 3-2 after 1. Murray with the lead, trying to force a game 3. Everything else is later today. 1 out, nobody on, scoreless game, top of the third inning. 2-strike clap for the 0-2 offering to 9-hole hitter Michael Torres. Into center field, Moore coming on. He will play it on a hop, and it's a 1-out single for the absolutely scorching Michael Torres. Breaking ball that was left up in the zone. I'm speculating where they wanted that 0-2 pitch, and Torres is just out of his mind. No offense to his ability, but his season average is at .231, and he has far and away led the team in average in the postseason. He hit over 500 in Hattiesburg and is well over that mark here in Louisville. So a double play in the second inning, a race to hit. A base runner in each of the 3 so far, and here's Ogden's first look as the throw goes to first, chasing Torres back. Will Torres run? Not really. 1 of 1. Center fielder, you would think he would steal you some bases, but it doesn't appear that that's something that's yet in his repertoire as a freshman. For the Doral Academy Firebirds, Miami-Dade Player of the Year. First pitch to Ogden. Changeup swung on and missed, and Ogden might need an adjustment after that offering. 0-1. Field turf surface here. Reddish clay-colored cutout and running track. White lines, infield turf for the coaches' boxes. Foul lines, batters and catchers' box. A vibrant red and yellow bird logo, a bird head logo behind home plate. Also out of field turf. And then the dirt mound and the dual dirt mounds in the left field corner. Pitchers work in that corner with their back to the fence and pitch toward the field to play. A little bit like Wrigley, some of those other old school ballparks. 1 on, 1 out, a square and a bunt through. It's 0-2 as Ogden just whiffed on the bunt. Breaking ball, and he could not get a barrel on it. 2-strike clap in play once again. 0-2 the count, as it was against Torres before the base knock. Ogden hitting .343, 9 home runs, 36 driven in, 2 double play ground balls. And another throw to first. Our Second Street Circle up on the RV, tuning in, cheering the team on. There they are. I see you. Thanks for coming out. Folks up on the overpass, they're tuning in as well. I see you. Great atmosphere here. Runner at first, 1 out. The 0-2 from Eberly. In the air, right field. Garrett Pike steadies himself under it with the leather, and there's 2 away. So a good fastball up. Ogden, an easy, lazy fly ball. There's 2 away, and here is Max Galvin. Eberly tries to keep you between pitches. It's mostly fastball slider, but he'll show you the changeup. And the curveball is a tough one to hit. Curveball slider, you take your pick. As Galvin is the batter. He flew out to center field his first time, and you'd like to keep Cuvée off the field here in the inning. Runner at first, 2 out. First pitch, check swing, and a appeal to third says he went. It's 0-1. 3:30 to the poles here. It's 375 to the alleys and 402 to center field, and the massive black batter's eye providing as good a hitter's backdrop as there is in the country. Trees line the field beyond the wall in right with a scoreboard in right center. Louisville across the top, all video as the fastball buzzes in and backs Galvin off the plate. 1-1 the count. The 8-foot wall is black starting in the right field corner where the Hack Shack is, a brick building. And then the All-Americans in black and white photos with white text outlined in red document all the players that have earned that honor in the history of Louisville baseball, from Jim LaFountain in the mid-'70s to Dalton Rushing in 2022. A foul ball third base side puts the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fans up on their feet with a 2-strike clap. Scoreless game. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. A runner at first and 2 out. Max Galvin, the left fielder, a junior, flew out to center his first time up. And another throw to first. There are ads on either side of the All-Americans in white. And then to the left of the batter's eye on the black wall is the College World Series logo in red with a baseball and the Road to Omaha trophy. The words College World Series with Omaha, Nebraska under. And then 07, 13, 14, 17, and 19. Love to add a mark on there that says 2025. The 1-2 in the air, deep down the right field line. That ball is gone. Galvin carried the bat all the way to the coach's box and dropped it at the feet of the first base coach. Eberle leads the team in home runs. That's the 11th by an opponent. And for Galvin, his 8th of the year. And Miami has a 2-0 lead. And now the umpires are going to have a chat about how the Hurricanes handled themselves there. So as we had a warning issued to Eddie King Jr., the 2-run shot here, and they'll probably have a similar warning here. I didn't have a good look at it because I was watching the baseball, but I saw the residual effect. Cuvée coming to bat regardless as the 4 umpires are gathered between the mound and the plate. And they're going to bring J.D. Arteaga out, and they'll treat it just like yesterday, offering a warning to the teams with the emotion of the game, a super regional championship. It was a pretty modest bat flip, but he carried the bat all the way down the line as he watched the home run, and a warning has been issued as Cuvée is the batter. So 2-0 Miami. The left-handed hitting Galvin put that ball 362 feet. A breaking ball that was left in the middle of the zone. Just 92 miles an hour. But enough with the wind helping out, pushing to right field. Got to be careful here with Cuvée. You don't need a bad pitch hangover. Eberle kicks and fires. Wave and a miss. Got him with a changeup there, 0-1. So Miami strikes first. The team that has scored first has won both games this weekend. Monroe, by the way, now has reached base in 26 consecutive games. As we flip through the notes, reminding ourselves of some of these numbers. When the opponent scores first, the Cards are 13-12. And when the Hurricanes score first, they are 24-5. So definitely a number that trends in their favor. 2 out, nobody on. The 1-1 to Cuvée. In the air down the right field line, but foul. That one will get up shy of the Hack Shack. And I think one of the Barms in the bullpen just made a play on it. Or one of the managers. Some folks down that way seem to approve one way or the other. Now the Cards trying to get Cuvée as the final out of the inning. He singled after a long battle with Eberle in the first. He has seen a lot of pitches out of the hand of Eberle. The 1-2. Changeup is grounded right to Monroe. He pats it in the glove, fires to Davis. Inning is over. Work to do. A 2-run home run by Max Galvin has the Hurricanes on top in this Super Regional Championship game. 2-0 our score. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Louisville baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better way to show your Cardinals pride than with gear from Kentucky Branded. Whether you're at the ballpark or watching from home, we've got the perfect game day apparel to keep you looking sharp all season long. Tees, hats, and more. Shop the best selection, lowest prices, and get everything you need to rep the Cards in style. Visit Kentucky Branded behind Trader Joe's in the Shelbyville Road Plaza and gear up for the season. Or shop online at KentuckyBranded.com.
Hey there, Cardinals fans. Your home deserves top-tier care and attention. That's why you can count on Southern Roofing and Renovations, your trusted local roofing expert. From the moment they arrive to the final inspection, Southern Roofing provides a guided experience from start to finish. Whether it's a quick repair or a full roof replacement, they've got you covered with the dedication and quality you can rely on. Visit southernrnr.com and see the Southern difference for yourself.
Head to your nearest Liquor Barn or Party Mart store, official partner of the Louisville Cardinals, or place an order for pickup or delivery through the Liquor Barn website or app. It's easy to shop for your favorite spirits, wine, and beer with Liquor Barn and Party Mart. So we got a gathering on the overpass, including our fire engine and our first responders, to whom we are always indebted for their service and sacrifice. Check in and see Paula down at Orange Beach with toes in the sand and the Cardinals blanket, cheering on the Cards from afar. Stevie wanted to get things done and is listening in. Thank you. Got a fan that wants the O word to finish the broadcast. Yep, you and me both. Scott trying to listen down the first base line over the crowd. Ethan Eberle's grandmother, Laureen Rexwinkle, is tuning in. Thank you so much. Let's get Ethan the W. Dan has toes in the sand, beer in hand at Orange Beach. The Lawsons are listening in to the broadcast. We've got a watch party at Southern Parkway. Shout out to that group. We appreciate it. Daniel liked how relaxed Coach Mack was in the pregame, as a called strike is delivered out of the hand of Lumpkin, who's been handed a 2-0 lead. Byram Hott, his first at-bat of the postseason, is down a strike. Right-handed hitter. He's from Queens, New York. Same high school as Russ Smith. Russ-diculous. The 0-1 over for a strike as he watches a fastball at the knees, and he's maybe having a little adjustment to seeing some live pitching down 0-2. Mack, Rookie of the Year back in 23 at Marist. Played in the Cape at Wareham in 23 and 24. Going to have to battle here down 0-2. The kick and the pitch. Right back up the box, a base hit. So Byram Hott gets a changeup. He knew it was coming, and he barrels an 0-2 offering into center for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. 105 off his bat. He is as strong as there is on the team. And that was just a great piece of hitting. Kept his composure. The transfer with 7 home runs last year, batted .333 with 3 long balls and 21 different in this year. So we could see Alicea bunting here. Alex Alicea. As the rain begins to fall here at Jim Patterson Stadium. Where did this come from? First pitch bunting. It's Alicea, and it's foul to the left side, 0-1. So a light rain, but a steady rain dropping on the fans here, and everybody seems relatively undeterred, like those birds up on the wire. Did not see anything on the radar that indicated this would be a possibility. Down 2-0 are the Cards. Leadoff man aboard. Alicea down 0-1 in the count. From the left side against the righty Lumpkin. He squares again and lays down a beauty. Cuvée waits on it. Fires down to first. Oh, they say they got him. Close play at first base. But the sacrifice at the very least gets Byram Hott onto second base. And we'll see if Adam Brable and Alex Alicea think they should look at it. I'm not going to lie. With the naked eye, I thought he was there with a half step, but it's tough to tell from up here. That shower that's falling is so small it's not even showing up on the radar. So I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about. They will not review this. Cuvée maybe taking a little too much time as Alicea can get down the line. So here is Lucas Moore, grounded out to second on a hard hit ball in the first inning. He's got a runner in scoring position with 1 away, down 2-0. First pitch, he sends one high in the air to center field. Tracking it is Torres. Tagging at second is Hott. The throw coming in will be cut off. There will be no relay. Moore, another hard hit ball at 96 with nothing to show for it, did at least advance the runner, and it's going to be up to Matt Klein with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Terry Miners and the Crusade for Children tuning in. Best of luck. Thanks, Terry. 2-0 Miami, bottom of the 3rd inning. Byram Hada leadoff single, moved over on the bunt from Alisea, and now on to 3rd on the sacrifice. Well, it's not a sac fly, but that's the result. The fly ball out by Moore. Looking for a clutch 2-out hit from Klein. First pitch he takes. The changeup for a strike. It's 0-1. Told you we'd see a lot of changeups. And Lumpkin is not disappointed. He does not have a wild pitch either, so you're hoping against hope that that could bring in the run. Down 2-0 with 2 out and a runner at 3rd. 0-1 the count, the kick and the pitch. Upstairs, Klein had a notion and held up 1-1. Matt Klein, one of the captains on this team, the 6'2 junior from Louisville Trinity High School, All-State. Played in the Cape Cod League where he hit .375. That turned some scouts' heads. The 1-1. Misses down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jake Monroe on deck. Klein hit .297 last year with 3 home runs after just 10 games and 6 starts in 2023. Won the bench award for the best catcher in the state of Kentucky. Dad played here at Louisville along with Tucker Bivens' dad, a couple of second-generation Cardinals. So there's ball 3. They just missed each other here at U of L. Scott here 91-94. And Bivens' dad, Josh, here 95-96. Hot at 3rd, 2 out, hitters count for Matt Klein. Lumpkin comes set at the belt. The 3-1 delivery. Ball 4. So runners at the corners for Monroe, and the tying run is on base for the Cardinals. As far as Lumpkin's righty-lefty splits go, lefties hitting .213 and righties hitting .292. So that sometimes is because of the changeup. The changeup goes away from the lefties. It comes into the righties. And if he has to eliminate that pitch, then he becomes very fastball heavy. Monroe blistered a single his first time up. He's reached base in 26 straight games. Batting .347 on the year. Down 2-0 with 2 out in the 3rd. The first offering to Jake Monroe. Fouled at the plate. He got a change down and in, or down and away, I should say. I guess down the middle. Low. 0-1. A chance to tie this game with an extra base hit. Throws one on the berm, and the Cards enjoy a lead. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. The 0-1 to Monroe. Misses away. 1-1. Lumpkin absolutely milking the pitch clock. There is nobody up in the Miami pen. Lumpkin, again, has gone distance multiple times this year, but we felt like this might be a first time through the order situation. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. The 1-1 to Monroe. In the dirt. 2-1. And Lumpkin does not look too comfortable. That changeup, not with the crisp drop of the previous ones. Shower has exited. Poncho's coming off. It's Hot at 3rd, Klein at 1st with 2 out. The 2-1 to Jake Monroe. Little tapper, 3rd base side foul. Cuvée charges in gloves and flips it back to Lumpkin. Hot, who had streamed his way through the plate, will step over and pick up Monroe's twig. He'll hand off that wagon handle and jog back to 3rd. Jake Monroe will give a little extra thought to what he has seen and will see. Honestly, don't know what that pitch was. The velocity would say it was a changeup, but the spin rate says it was a fastball. 84. 1st and 3rd. Deuces across the board. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Monroe. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a changeup down and out of the zone. And Miami escapes, answering the 2-run home run in the top of the third with a 0 on the board in the bottom of the frame. To the fourth we go, 2-0 Miami leading. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
You probably know that my friends at Ellison Bodenhausen have 4 physician locations and 5 outpatient physical therapy clinics throughout Louisville and Southern Indiana. You might also know that you can schedule an appointment within 24 hours and often the same day. Now, E&B offers deep tissue, laser therapy, and shockwave therapy to help treat muscle pain and inflammation. E&B can help treat all your injuries from head to toe. Visit enbortho.com. Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics, an official partner of University of Louisville Athletics.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
Tosses preparing for the fourth inning. Miami with a 2-0 lead on the strength of the 2-run home run by Max Galvin, his 8th of the year, with 2 out in the third. Check in. We still had a little more going on in the Twitterverse, as it were, I believe. We'll double check that. But if you're listening in, always love to hear where people are. At Cards PA. Stacy listening in the car. AJ down in Port Arkansas, Texas, tuning in. Hunter, not a U of L fan, but likes listening. Well, that's not right. Got to fix that. Andrew driving home from Myrtle Beach. Oh, sorry about that. I should be quiet. I don't want to wake up the wife. Sleeping in the passenger seat. We've got a 75 grad of U of L listening in Cape Coral, Florida. That's Mark's brother, David Griffin. David, thanks for tuning in. And we have a pitch clock violation. It's ball 1 as Eberle is perplexed as to how and why. So it's 1-0 to Dorian Gonzalez. Wasn't looking at the clock here, to be quite honest. The 1-0 delivery is grounded weakly to short. Daisy Cutter is gobbled up by Alicea and fired across for the out, 1 down. Stand down in Florida, tuning in, hoping for more broadcasts. Yep, you and me both. Had a little rain shower roll through, still cloudy skies. Winds blowing left to right have now steadied out to right. And here's Derek Williams, who singled to open the second inning. 2-0 Miami, top of the fourth inning. Cards are the home team in the Super Regional Championship game. Eberle comes set, kicks and deals. Popped up, right side of the infield. Hott and Davis are there. Davis treading, now reaching back and making a tumbling catch in front of Byram Hott. That was one of those where they were both calling for it, and Davis had a little more of a fervent call, and it was in Tague's area, but Hott got a really good jump on it, and those two are communicating right now as to how to handle that, and Byram maybe had a little better angle on it, but Davis made the catch. That's all that matters. It goes P3, and on 3 pitches, Eberle has 2 out in the fourth. Renzo Gonzalez, who hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the second, is the batter. Eberle kicks and fires, and he misses in 1-0. We'll try to be active with the Clark & Riggs College Scoreboard, official program printer of the Louisville Cardinals, and more than just a printer, as this is a big day. There will be 3 more teams guaranteed to head to Omaha. The 1-0 sweeps over for a strike, 1-1. North Carolina gets a 3 spot in the third. The ACC on the brink of sending a team. Still just the bottom of the fourth, but it's 3-1 Tar Heels over the Wildcats. 2 out, nobody on the 1-1. Little tapper. Down the right side it goes. Klein is going to let it roll foul as he didn't have a play. Nice play by Matt Klein, and the count is 1-2. And the fair foul first base line is alive and well. But a nice hand for Klein on the good judgment call there. Murray State has added a pair of runs. Duke has answered with one of their own, but it's 5-3 Racers through 3 complete. So Murray State looking to force a game 3. Either Florida State or Oregon State, Arizona or North Carolina, and Miami or Louisville will send a team to Omaha today, joining Coastal Carolina. The count is 1-2 with 2 out, nobody on to Renzo Gonzalez. The pitch, sharply hit past the diving Alicea into left field. And I'll tell you what, the 2-out hitting has been fierce for the Hurricanes. And they are 3 of 6 with 2 out, and we're only in the 4th inning. It's a backside single by Gonzalez, and that adds more pitches to Eberle's workload. It's not a stat that tracks in the normal broadcast or in even the notes per se. There is a 2-out average that it is kept track of, but we'll try to get into the archive of what the 2-out hitting has been so far in this series as Eberle faces Smith, who flew out to left his first time. Ethan kicks, and he pops him up. Big swing on the fastball. It's in the middle of the diamond. Hott says he has it. He does. Inning is over. So even though there was a hit, it's an economy of pitches for Eberle and the Cards, and it'll be Eddie King Jr., Garrett Pike, and Zion Rose batting in the bottom of the 4th, down 2-0. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, we're an exciting chapter in the Jewish hospital story. Built on a history of over 40 medical firsts, we're the area's only heart hospital with a focus on comprehensive heart care, where academic research pioneers innovative treatments and a network of experts offers life-changing care. Here, your heart is in the right place. Visit uoflhealth.org/heart.
Never has a word described a situation better than his revival here in the Ville. Our firemen had to skip out, at least one of the trucks. Hopefully nothing too serious. Maybe a shift change. Eddie King Jr., the batter, and with Miami 3 of 7 today, they are 11 of 31 with 2 outs in the series. The Cards are 1 for 4 today. They are 4 of 22. And Miami was 6 of 13 yesterday with 2 out. So that's been the difference. Miami doesn't have an at-bat with a runner in scoring position. Louisville is 0 for 2. So here's Eddie King Jr., second look at Lumpkin. Leading off the 4th inning. First pitch, breaking ball. Don't see the slider a lot, and we see why. It has not been spotted for a strike. It's got some decent tilt to it, but he just isn't able to put it in the zone comfortably. Eddie grounded out to third his first time. He has been absolutely the hottest player in the country outside of Gavin Gallagher at North Carolina. The 1-0. Pounded into the turf foul. Fastball there that Eddie was on top of, and it's 1-1. King, 11 of 19, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, and 7 RBI in the first 5 games of the postseason, and 5 of 7 with a home run or 2 home runs and a double and 3 RBI in the Supers before today. Eddie with a 1-1 count. Down 2-0 are the Cards. The 1-1 pitch, inside outed into center field. Torres is under this one. and the wind will push it toward the alley, but not enough. And Eddie's 0 for 2. There's one out here in the fourth, and the leadoff man has been retired in 3 of the 4 innings. Here's Pike. Cards trying to get something going offensively. Just 2 hits so far against starter Reese Lumpkin, who has been at his best when it matters most. Pike grounded out to second his first time. Hot sat on a changeup 0-2. We'll see what Pike's approach is. He wasn't expecting that changeup, and he swings right through it 0-1. I mean, it's a 2-pitch mix. If you can recognize anything, it's a quick adjustment. And it's not like the fastball's blazing in there at 97. The 0-1, squaring and bunting. It's a beauty to third, and the pitcher up with it, but the throw will be nowhere near in time. Brilliant play by Garrett Pike. It's one thing to have the idea, it's another to execute, and that was a dime down the third base side for the third hit of the day. And here's Zion Rose, the tying run in this 2-0 game. So bottom of the fourth inning, Garrett Pike with a bunt single. Trying to get his average back up over 300, sitting at 295. And Rose grounded out to short on a 2-0 pitch. Tried to pull a changeup away. Throw over to first, and it's high for the diminutive Gonzalez in terms of first baseman standards. Garrett Pike is 9 of 9 on steals. There are 4 in double digits for the Cards, and obviously he is on the cusp. See if they put him in motion with a hit and run here with Rose. 2-0 our score. First offering is a shot into left field. That ball is down. Pike had a good lead. He will take off. They're going to send him. The relay will not be in time. It's an RBI double, and it's 2-1 Miami. Zion Rose with his 16th double and 63rd RBI, and why the left fielder Galvin was shaded into the alley is beyond me. But Pike got an insane jump, and with his speed, he absolutely cruised around the bases for the first run of the game. So Zion Rose, the DH, is in scoring position. And now we will get a lefty up and cooking in a hurry as Rob Evans is getting loose with Tage Davis on deck. How fast can he get ready? He is not yet throwing pitches. And they're going to try to stall on the mound as much as they can, but plate umpire David Ewell is going to come over, and I'm going to wager that we're going to see some picks to second base. That ball from Rose, a changeup, and it was not hit particularly hard, but Rose muscled it into left field for an RBI double. And the Cards are on the board, and the momentum is shading back a little bit in the red and black's favor. Nice to see Katie Kuiper in the building. Tage Davis struck out his first time. See what he sits on first pitch. Tying run at second. 1 out, 2-1 our score. First pitch is roped into right field, a base hit. Rose had to stop at third because the ball was hit too hard by Tage Davis. Mercy. That was a fastball in, and Tage destroyed it for a single. And again, back-to-back-to-back hits started by the bunt single. And if he didn't hit it so hard, he'd have gotten an RBI. But that ball was hit 112 miles per hour. Mercy. Zion Rose looked back. The outfielder had the ball before he got to third. That's how hard that was hit. And so runners at the corners, and Byram Hott has an enormous task right here. Runner at third, fewer than 2 out. He is 5 of 7 this year. You're looking at Rose at third, so you have speed to squeeze if you are so inclined. But Hott already has a single. First and third, 1 out. 1-run game, the tying run at third. The pitch, breaking ball swung on and missed, and it's a rare slider, and that had enough to fool Byram Hott. It's 0-1. Got to tip the cap there. You just don't see a ton of them out of Lumpkin, but he spun one there. Davis at first, Rose at third. Byram Hott already with a single. The Cards down a run with one out. The 0-1 delivery. Bouncing ball to the second shortstop. On to second for one. Relay to first. Not in time. We're tied. Hott screaming down the line. Tried to avoid the double play. J.D. Arteaga is going to go ask for interference on the slide from Davis. And we'll see if this changes things. The umpiring crew starting to gather, and Arteaga would like the plate umpire David Ewell to ask Newsom about the slide at second base from Take Davis. And Take did not slide. Am I seeing that? Did Take Davis not slide into second base? He never slid. He just peeled off and got out of the way. Here comes the ruling from the umpire. So, Take Davis didn't slide, which you are required to. He peeled off, and I don't know what the rule does to treat that situation if you peel off. But Davis is required to slide on a double play, and he didn't. And I don't know why, because this could be an out in a 2-1 game. And that's just a bad mistake by Take Davis, not sliding into second base. It's a really simple call. We'll see what they say in Pittsburgh, but you got to slide into second. And that'd be an uncharacteristic mistake by the freshman Take Davis. He just kind of peeled off. And I don't think he prevented the double play from being turned. But this is going to be an enormous call, and I'm not optimistic about where it's going to end up. If they say he didn't slide, it's going to be a double play and the inning's over. And I'll tell you right now, the fan base isn't going to like it. But I don't know specifically how they can rule based on whether or not Take Davis was in the way without sliding. But I don't know why he didn't slide. Sometimes you just peel off and get out of the way when you know the double play is going to be turned. This ball was not hit particularly hard. So nothing in the scorebook as of yet, as the review goes to the folks in Pittsburgh. And this is a giant ruling, because either the inning's over and it's 2-1 Miami, or we've got runner at first and 2 out in a tie game. So they are going to go through this one with a trip to Omaha on the line with a fine-tooth comb. The umpires are mic'd up. The headsets are being removed. And out back onto the diamond they come. And I think based on how they're discussing this, this inning might be over. So here is the ruling. So, I didn't hear the end of it, but the runner at second is out, but there is no penalty because Take Davis did not interfere with the throw to first, and so we have a tie game. It's a fielder's choice for Hott and an RBI. Byram gets RBI number 22. And we've got a whole new ball game, folks. So the Cards survive the ruling, and here's Ali Seiya ready to face a new pitcher as we have a pitching change. All that to say, it's 2-2. There's a runner at first, 2 out, and a new arm coming in to face Ali Seiya. We'll catch you up when we come back. Pitching change break. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Cardinals can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Louisville athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line. And having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
Hey Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
Welcome back to the corner of 3rd and Central. Sean Moth here with you, and on to pitch for Miami is Rob Evans. He came on yesterday to pitch after that contentious 3rd inning for the Cardinals, and a home run by Monroe and a single by Davis, and he faced Alex Alicea, who laid down a sac bunt against him. So Alicea is getting a second look at him. And then Evans faced 4 batters by my count, and so that would be Moore a ground out and Klein an HBP. That loaded the bases ahead of the pickoff and the pitching change that ended the inning. So Alicea, Moore, and Klein have all seen him already this weekend, and by him I mean number 9 Rob Evans, the 6'1" junior lefty from Harlem, New York. Evans 16 appearances, no starts, no decisions, a 4.91 ERA. 14 2/3 innings, 8 runs on 15 hits, 9 walks, 14 Ks, 2 home runs, a 268 opponent's average, 3 hit batters. And Alicea, who had a sac bunt against Evans yesterday, has a runner at first and 2 out with a 2-2 game as the pick goes to first. And Evans, you might expect, has a pretty good move. A lefty, has picked off 1 this year. Byram Hott is capable of stealing a base. He can run well. He's just 2 of 3, but he has had limited playing time. Not a running situation here per se. First offering is a strike at the belt, 0-1 to Alicea from Evans. Lefty specialist, 16 appearances, 14 2/3 innings. And there's 3 lefties here bunched up in the bottom and top of the order for the Cards. Kick in the delivery. Little ground ball to the shortstop. The only play is to first, but that's the only one they need. Ogden has a good throw, and the inning comes to an end. But a bunt single by Pike. An RBI double from Rose. A single from Tage Davis at 112 miles an hour. And then Byram Hott beats the double play relay to get a fielder's choice RBI. We're tied at 2 as we head to the 5th in this Super Regional Championship game. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
502 Circle is thrilled to be the official NIL collective of the Louisville Cardinals, now a proud official partner of UFL Athletics. 502 Circle is ensuring that UFL student athletes are benefiting from the name, image, and likeness opportunities now available in college athletics. Visit 502circle.com today to find out how you can be at the forefront of supporting UFL student athletes through NIL. Become a member of 502 Circle today. Join the Circle. Go Cards!
U of L Health Eye Institute is the official eye care provider for U of L athletics. Our ophthalmologists and optometrists, who are members of U of L Physicians Eye Specialists, are nationally renowned experts. They not only provide eye care for the Cards, they are also the only eye care providers you need. From routine eye care and vision exams to specialized treatments for complicated conditions. With several convenient locations throughout Kentuckiana, they are also close to home. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Fifth inning we go. Eberle finishing up his second time through the order. Gutierrez, Torres, and then Ogden, 8, 9, and 1, set to hit for the Hurricanes. 2-2 ball game. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 4 left for the Cards. 2-5-0-2 the numbers for the Canes. Louisville with their first 2-out hit of the afternoon. And the Cardinals. Hello to Brett in Manhattan. Always nice to know that there's a friend listening in the Little Apple. Hopefully we're a few hours north of you here next week or later this week, depending on how you look at the week structure. You know what I mean. Eberle adjusts the bill of his cap, tucks the glove up against his chest, and now comes set at the belt. Gutierrez struck out looking on 4 pitches his first time, and he squares and takes a sweeper in and down for ball 1. 2-2 our score. And everything you would expect from a winner-take-all game. Wave and a miss there at the slider slash curve. Sweeper, I honestly don't know how to classify it. It's listed as a curve based on the grip and release, but because of that arm angle, it just has some different action to it. Leadoff man here with a 1-1 count. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Eberle, 4 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. He's only thrown 54 pitches. So Eberle is equipped to pitch well into this game if he needs to, going over 100 against Wright State. But third time through this order might be a little different with the availability of some of the arms in the pen. Breaker misses well outside. 3-1 the count to Gutierrez, who is batting just .161. He is starting his 3rd game of the year and playing in just his 36th out of 62. The 3-1 from Eberle. Wave and a miss. Fastball away. Got him chasing out of the zone. And we are full. Leadoff man retired in the 1st and 3rd and 4th innings by Eberle. Has a payoff delivery here to Gutierrez. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Eberle, and Gutierrez has been victimized both times. Leadoff man out in 4 of 5 innings. And here's Michael Torres, who roped a single and has literally been unstoppable in the postseason. 5 of 8 in the Supers. Torres is just a freshman. And this is certainly the turn you like to see freshmen take this time of year. Lefty-lefty matchup, and it hasn't seemed to matter for Torres. Monroe is in on the grass, and it's a fastball for a strike from Eberle, 0-1. 2-2 our score. 2 in the 3rd for Miami. A 2-run home run by Max Galvin, his 8th. 2 in the 4th for the Cards as they manufacture runs. An RBI double from Rose, the marquee hit of the inning. The 0-1. 0-2. Another fastball away. And just as they were ahead of him back in the 3rd inning, another 0-2 count here. They left a breaking ball up, and he banged it through the 6-hole his first time. We'll see where they go here. Orange sleeve on the uniform left side. Elbow guard on the front arm. Open stance, bat over the shoulder. With 1 out, nobody on, the 0-2 pitch. Tried to go fastball away and fed it well outside, 1-2. Gutierrez looks at his Louisville slugger, takes an exhale. Taps the plate twice, throws the bat over the shoulder in the white batting gloves. Eberle looks to the wrist pitch comm, sees the call, and with 4 seconds on the pitch clock, delivers a 1-2 offering. Fouled down the left field line. He went fastball away again, and Torres just fouling that one off. That was a strike, and I think he was trying to stay honest, being ready for a breaking ball, and he had to kind of throw the bat at the fastball to spoil it. So a nice little chess game here with 1 out, nobody on in the 5th inning, and the 9-hole hitter up. Fans with the 2-strike clap. Another 1-2 pitch. Down the right field line, foul. That time he got the breaking ball down. It was in the zone, and Torres was early after being late to the fastball. So you've got him between pitches. It makes you wonder if a changeup away might be something that can put him away. You sometimes don't like to throw a changeup left. Eberle Another 1-2 pitch. Fastball in, fouled off the foot, and that was ball 2 if he doesn't offer at it. And now it's a painful strike, or a foul ball at least, because we already had the 2 strikes. And he will shake those feet out on the Adidas spikes outside the batter's box before digging back in. How do you not like what Michael Torres has done in the postseason? Goodness gracious. Eberle back on the slab. With 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2 again. Got him looking. Called. Strike 3 with a hammer right down Bardstown Road. Back-to-back Ks from Eberle, his second and third of the ball game. And after that brilliant battle, Eberle freezes him with a bender. So 2 down. Here's Jake Ogden. Uses the outfield's walk-up tune that Charlie Blackmon made famous at Coors Field. Speaking of Colorado, hello to my folks in Windsor, my most loyal fans from afar. Love you both. Enjoy. First offering to Ogden, who is 0 for 2, misses for ball 1, 1-0 the count. Galvin on deck has the home run and the 2 runs, and Cuvée, of course, the big day yesterday. Ogden as well. Each of the top 3 in this order have homered on the weekend. The Cardinals with the heart of their order responsible for the long ball. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go? Oh, they say he didn't. Man, oh man. I thought he offered at that changeup. But first base umpire Greg Charles had a better look at it, and it's 2-0. Eberle looking to the pitch calm. With 2 out, nobody on, a dangerous 2-0 pitch here to Ogden. Up the middle, Alicea to his left. He fires to Davis, stretching to get it, he does, and the inning is over. For some reason, I channeled my inner Yoda to call that final out, for whatever reason. But the Cards get it, and it's the first 1-2-3 frame of the day for Eberle and the Cards, and the first 1-2-3 frame of the day for either squad. A good answer after the Cards tie this game. To the bottom of the 5th we go. It is the top of the Louisville order, tied at 2. Winner take all, heading to Omaha with a victory. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Hey Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
Blue Oval SK is proud to be part of the Kentucky community. We're not just here for today. We're investing in the Commonwealth for the long haul, bringing new opportunities and advanced battery technology to the region. We're building more than just batteries. We're building a stronger future for Kentucky, a future powered by innovation and driven by our commitment to this community. Discover more about Blue Oval SK and our vision for the future at blueovalsk.com/Kentucky.
Back to the nest, Super Regional Game 3. My name is Sean Moth. Great to have you along as always. Tanner Brunemesso in the seat of power over at Cardtown. Can't be part of the fun and festivities here, but a little under the weather. Probably better that he's keeping it close to the vest, and hopefully he can produce his way to a victory for the Cardinals. Big 1-2-3 inning for Eberle, and he may be done. Pitch count is good, but it's a 3rd time through the order with some arms. We'll see what the coaching staff decides to do, and a lot of it may hinge on what happens here in the 5th inning as Lucas Moore gets a second look at reliever Rob Evans. He grounded out his first time yesterday. Left-left matchup. First pitch sweeps away for ball 1. You'd love to get more on here. Any way possible. Cuvée has his toes on the grass at 3rd, thinking bunt, and Gonzalez is even with the bag at 1st with the same logic. 2-2 the count, or 2-2 the score. And Moore, who has not bunted for a hit much this year, bangs one off the netting to even the count at 1-1. Garrett Pike laid down a perfect bunt in the 4th inning to start that 2-run rally. Moore, such an asset on the bases, is having a historic season for the Cards. The 1-1. Misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lucas is batting .363, but he has scored 83 runs, which ties for Adam Duvall for 3rd in school history in a single season, just 2 off Dan Capriva's 1993 total, which is 2nd. The kick and the delivery is roped over the leaping Ogden into left center field, a base hit. Lucas Moore with a 2-1 swing, just got that over the laces of the glove, and the Cards have the leadoff man aboard here in the 5th inning. He has stolen 50 bases in 51 tries, second only to Boomer Whiting's 73 in 2007. Again, a young man that went to the College World Series on that historic team. Here's Matt Klein, who faced Evans yesterday and was hit by a pitch. 2-2 game, runner at first base, and they'll throw over to check on Moore. And, of course, why not? There is a righty hastily loosening in the pen, and speculation says that that's going to be 6th-year grad transfer from Coastal Carolina, Will Smith. Might explain the Coastal fan here in the stands. Another throw to first. Back is Moore, and if we see a couple more throws, it probably means that the righty is going to be entering the game. Don't have confirmation that that's who it is, but that's what speculation says. A long pause and a pitch to the plate. High to Klein, 1-0. Matt grounded out to first sharply in the first. Walked in the third. Has a 1-0 count here with home run power. Klein missing more than half the season. Still has 5 home runs and 30 driven in. He swings and lifts one deep into left center field, but Galvin is tracking it in the alley. He's under it, and he'll make the catch for the out. Klein hit it well, but not well enough, and wrong part of the ballpark to get one out on a day like today. It's a routine fly ball for Galvin, and there's one down with no advance for Jake Monroe. Monroe extended his reach base streak to 26 games with a single in the first inning, and that's going to do it, as the righty will now come in to face Monroe and King, potentially. Moore had the longest streak of the year at 35 consecutive games reaching base, and within that he had a 22-game hit streak, which I believe was second all-time to Tommy Barnes. So a pitching change and a pitching decision here for the Canes as they will go to the righty. Evans, another brief outing, facing just 3 batters. He got the ground out from Ali Seiya to end the 4th. A solid single from Moore to open the 5th, and the fly out to Klein. They do the sticky substance check on the exiting and entering pitchers. And it, in fact, does look to be number 31, Will Smith. No, not that Will Smith. The 6-foot righty, a 6th-year grad student from Conway, South Carolina, Coastal Carolina. He redshirted in 20. That was the pandemic season. Took a medical in 21. Pitched 28 times. Let me rephrase that. He pitched 2 times in 2022 coming back from the injury. In 23, he pitched 28 times, 4-2 with a 7.71 ERA. And then last year at Coastal, 28 appearances, 1-0 with a 5.12 earned run average. This year, 3-0 in 24 bullpen appearances. He has a 4.39 ERA with a pair of saves. 26 2/3 innings, 16 runs, 13 earned, 22 hits, 15 walks, 41 strikeouts. 3 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, a .222 opponent's average, 2 wild pitches, 4 hit batters for Will Smith. The Cards hoping to limit how jiggy he gets witted today on the hill. And there's a lot of Will Smiths out there, and for some reason it feels like about 47% of them play baseball. So looking to his recent success and or lack thereof, and it's a little difficult to get these numbers the way they're laid out on the computer, but he has given up runs in each of his last 3 outings and 3 of his last 4. He struck out 4 in 3 innings, though, in that regional championship game against Southern Miss, that game 7. He followed Lumpkin with those 3 innings and set the table for Evans and then Walters, which could see a similar mix here. He pitched against Cal of the conference tournament and gave up 2 runs on a hit. in that run rule victory by the 16 seed Cal, who had to play a game that was 6 a.m. on their clock. So, Mr. Peterman, glad you're out in the Rockies and, of course, enjoying some of the great brew. Appreciate the shout out. Two-2 ball game. Pitching change brings in Smith. Cards obviously didn't face him last year because he was at Coastal. Jake Monroe, the batter. Monroe has homered 3 times so far in the postseason. Each of the first 2 games of the Super. Throw goes over to first, and back on his hands with the slide is Moore. No pickoffs this year for Smith. The Smith and Smith battery working here, and opponents are just 1 of 3 against Will. There goes Moore. The pitch is taken, the throw is high, and the base is stolen. Ogden had to come across the bag to try to reach and keep that from going into the outfield, but that's bag number 51 for Lucas Moore as he just absolutely swipes the bag first pitch. It was a ball, and it's 1-0 to Monroe, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for Jake. 1 out, the 1-0. A take on a pitch that was down and away, but a called strike. 1-1 the count. You're going to miss a few. It happens. Will Smith has a fastball up into the low 90s. He'll double glance at Moore and come plateward and miss down and away. 2-1. With Smith, he likes to lean on the slider, and that's what we've seen a lot of. He tunnels all 3 of his pitches well as he mixes in a cutter and a fastball with the slider, and that one bounces to the plate, and Will Smith does not look too comfortable right now. That's got to get the heart pounding just a bit if you're on the mound and you bury one that goes about 57 feet. An elite hitter's count for Jake Monroe. The go-ahead run at second base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 3-1 delivery. Over his head, behind him, he ducks out of the way. It's ball 4, and here comes Eddie King Jr. 0 for 2, but the fans have a very good memory. The Eddie chants begin. 3 for 4, 3 RBI, 2 home runs yesterday, and they were timely, his 16th and 17th. He's one off the team lead of Tate Davis. Eddie has missed 16 games this year because of injury and wasn't healthy for the first 4. And his second half has been as good as anybody that we have seen in a Louisville uniform. A visit to the mound. There's a righty getting loose. We believe it's Tate Darius, their 3rd starter, their Sunday starter, who did not pitch well down in Hattiesburg. There is another righty getting loose as well, and that might be the freshman Siskar who started on Friday. So a walk and a somewhat wild one there for Smith. And there's a lot riding on Eddie's shoulders. He is as even-keeled as they get. 356 average, 759 slugging, the OPS just under 1,200. 17 doubles, 17 home runs. 2 on, 1 out. The Cards in a tie game, and he pops up first pitch foul. It'll drift into the seats, and it'll take a bounce for strike 1 as the fan's unable to make the play. Eddie, as cerebral as any player when it comes to recognizing pitches and making adjustments, and you got a slider right down the middle there. You've got to sit on the slider when it's Smith. First and second, 1 out. Tie game. The 0-1 to Eddie King Jr. Good take on a pitch down in the zone. It's 1-1. Fastball, cutter, slider from Smith, the righty. Moore with brilliant speed at second, Monroe at first. With 1 out, the 1-1 to Eddie King Jr. Misses down. 2 balls and 1 strike, and Garrett Pike is on deck for the Cards. Smith, in terms of his splits, Lefties hit him a little better than righties, but not a huge difference, and both dismal averages. First and second, one out. The 2-1 to Eddie King Jr. This is down. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that is someone that is pitching around a superstar. And that's what Eddie King is. He has the Triple Crown lead except for the home run, or I should say 2 of the 3, and is second in the other 2. 2 on, 1 out. The 3-1 to Eddie King Jr. Oh, a strike on the outside that's 6 inches off the plate. And we are full. That was ball 4. First and second, 1 out, 2-2 game, bottom 5. The 3-2 pitch instead is a spin and a throw to second base. Trying to get more napping and reset the clock. A diesel CSX engine cruises beyond the right field foul pole, heading northbound along the tracks. The fans on the berm are packed elbow to elbow in red and black. Runners on at first and second with 1 away in this tie game in the 5th. The payoff pitch to Eddie King Jr. Another spin and throw to second base. Almost out of necessity, the pitch clock was ticking down. Eddie with that Old English L on the right sleeve. A red wristband on the right hand. A wrap on the left up toward the forearm, and red and white batting gloves gripping the Louisville slugger. He twists in with 1 out. The runner goes, and the pitch is ball 4. The bases are loaded. Lucas Moore was almost at third sliding in by the time that pitch was caught. And the bases are loaded for Garrett Pike. Back-to-back walks from Will Smith, and how much patience do they have with this premium arm? He's not been good. Only walked 15 in 26 2/3 innings. Pike with the bases loaded this year is 4 of 7, 571, 14 of 18 getting the run over, 78% success rate. Bases loaded, 2-2 game, 1 out in the 5th inning. The kick and the delivery to Pike. Wave and a miss. Strike 1. That time the slider backed off a bit in velo. And Garrett right now doesn't need to think grand slam. Just move the baseball. Get this run from third home. With 1 out, the 0-1 to Pike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Same pitch, same result. And Garrett has not been close. Both of those pitches were strikes. But Pike has not been able to see them well out of the hand of Smith. 2-2 game, bottom 5, bases loaded, 1 out. The 0-2 to Garrett Pike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Pike with the bases loaded and 1 out in a tie game in the championship game of the Super Regional. Takes 3 sliders, the last of which was down and out of the zone, and swings and misses at all 3 of them. It is strikeout number 3 for Miami pitchers. There's 2 away. But the good news is this is Zion Rose. Zion, 4 of 6 with the bases loaded. 2-2 game. Rose doubled his last time up. The kick and the pitch. Over for a strike, a fastball at 90. Right down the middle, it's 0-1. So sliders all day from Smith, and then he goes right down the middle with a fastball to get ahead of Rose. Bases loaded, 2 out, 2-2 game. The 0-1. Popped up foul right side, and it'll carry out a play, and it's 0-2 to Zion Rose as he fights off the slider right down the middle. There's a reason opponents are hitting .222 against Will Smith. Right now, you'd take a wild pitch, a hit batter. The sun breaking through for the first time. Bases loaded, 2 out. The 0-2 to Zion Rose. Bounding ball to third. Cuvée has it. He steps on the bag, and all of the momentum in this game is into the Miami dugout, third base side, as Smith celebrates coming off the mound. Fielder's choice. The out is recorded, retiring Monroe 5 unassisted, and while you're disappointed that Rose couldn't get the job done, we needed Garrett Pike to execute in that situation, and he did not. Still a tie game as we head to the 6th inning. 2-2 your score. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 45 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes, then enjoy a signature meal. Even better, Kentucky residents receive special discounted rates. Plan your trip at www.parks.ky.gov.
Hey, Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
Loaded jam. 2-2 our scores. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Ethan Eberle working his warm-up tosses. Brian and Dom joining Brett and the Greenball crew tuning in. Hello to Andrea and Shane. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate it. We'll see what we can do to bring this one home. It's been a good one. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 7 stranded for the Cards. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, only 2 left on base for a rather efficient Miami offense. Checking in on the folks on Twitter. Sorry if we've lagged a little bit. Pam's out having a nice lunch, tuning in. Phil's listening out on the berm. Appreciate that, Phil. Eric on the way to watch the River Dragons, listening in the car. Thank you for tuning in. Here's Max Galvin. He homered back in the 3rd inning, and he looks at a strike from Ethan Eberle. 0-1 the count. 2-3-4 in the order for Miami. This is a huge inning here. Steve is poolside. That's a beautiful view, listening into the Cards. The 0-1 from Eberle to Galvin. Just misses. That caught the plate, but I guess it was a little bit down for David Ewell's liking. 1-1 the count. Galvin flew out to center field his first time. The 1-1 sweeps away. 2-1 with Cuvée on deck. Bryce listening in. Going radio exclusive today. That puts pressure on. See what we can do. Hitters count for Galvin already with the 2-run home run. The 2-1 pitch from Eberle. And he bangs it off his feet. Foul, 2-2. Changeup that time, and it was left up in the zone. I like the pitch selection. The execution wasn't great. And the fans, maybe a little dampened by the bases loaded struggle, not quite as fervent with the 2-strike clap. Now's when we need you. 2-2 game. Leadoff man here in the inning, the 2-2 pitch. Backs him off the plate, and we are full. Eberle looking to the pitch com, adjusts the brim of his cap, pulls up the left side of his red belt on the ivory uniforms. Looks in, finds his target, comes set at the belt. The 3-2 pitch. Muscled in the air, shallow right center field. Hot going back. 4 men there, and it drops between them all. As 3 caps lay on the ground, the Bermuda Triangle of Hot and the right fielder Pike, the center fielder Moore, and the shortstop Ali Seiya. And how nobody got to that is beyond me, but Byram Hot looked like he had the best or shortest distance to travel, but that's just one of those where you couldn't place it any better if you tried. And that is some bad luck on a 68-mile-an-hour blooper on a 3-2 pitch that is way up out of the zone, and that's going to finish the day for Ethan Eberle. So Galvin chasing ball 4, and he did not deserve to be on first base with that swing, but there he stands as the trend continues of light-hitting Miami getting base hits when they least deserve it. And we're going to make a call to the pen to face Daniel Cuvée, and it looks like it's going to be the freshman Jake Schweitzer. Clark & Riggs, official program printer of the Louisville Cardinals, and more than just a printer, checks in on our scoreboard, and let's have a hand for Ethan Eberle, who pitched brilliantly today, again in a starting role. 5+ innings, 2 runs on those 6 hits. He will exit. His team lines up to congratulate him, and it's on to Jake Schweitzer, the 6-foot freshman righty from Louisville, Kentucky, a Trinity teammate of Matt Klein's. At least they attended the same high school. Trinity, meanwhile, playing today, I believe, in the state semifinals. Not something I follow too closely, but I believe that's the case. Schweitzer's been outstanding. 21 appearances, all out of the bullpen. 3-2 with a 2.34 ERA and 3 saves. 34 2/3 innings, 12 runs, 9 earned, 25 hits, 15 strikeouts, and 15 walks, and 20 strikeouts. 5 doubles, a home run. 4 wild pitches, 3 hit batters. Opponents are hitting 194 against Schweitzer. So it'll be a first look at Schweitzer for this Miami roster. And obviously, Jake Schweitzer, his first super regional experience. He pitched in the regionals, where he went an inning and picked up the save against Vanderbilt. 2 of his 3 saves have been against Vandy. Gave up a hit and struck out a pair in that 9th inning against the host Commodores. So Schweitzer, the former St. Margaret Mary Mustang, onto the hill. Carolina hanging on. They're in the top of the 8th. 3-1 heels in the deciding game of the Chapel Hill Super. Murray State with 5 in the 4th leads Duke 10-5 now. They're in the top of the 6th. The Duke trying to take their first trip to the College World Series in decades. Just their 2nd ever. And so some intrigue from an ACC standpoint in all 2 of the other games today that will decide a super regional, with tonight's game between Florida State and Oregon State falling into that category. So Schweitzer on to pitch. The freshman righty going up against Cuvée, who is 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Runner at first base, nobody out, 2-2 game, top of the 6th inning. Schweitzer kicks and deals, and the fastball at 90 is banged back for a foul ball, 0-1. I take it back. Jake Schweitzer just popped a 93 with the heater. Got a little juice going? Yeah, I would say so. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, which is far and away the hardest pitch he's thrown this year. Train rolling along beyond the outfield wall. Runner at first base, nobody out. Cuvée hit into a double play yesterday. The 0-1 at 92 brushes him back off the plate, and it's 1-1. So a little warmer weather and a lot on the line, and Jake Schweitzer pouring some milk, relatively speaking. A lead for Galvin at first. The kick and the delivery, it's a breaking ball, skied to center field. Backing on it is Moore. Shy of the track, he settles under it and gathers it for the out. And number 8 gets number 14 to fly out, F8. There's 1 down, and that's a huge out for the Cardinals here in the 6th inning. 2-2 our score. And Dorian Gonzalez Jr. is the batter. Mike Olson listening in from Wyoming with Mom. Hi, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the compliment. Throw goes over to first. The check on the base runner Galvin, and maybe a little surprised by the move from Schweitzer. He does not have one of the team's 11 pickoffs. Lefty Gonzalez 0 for 2, a line out and a ground out, and Schweitzer misses up with a 91-mile-an-hour heater, 1-0. If Mikey's mom thinks I have a nice voice, that's a compliment, because her son has one of the greatest voices I've heard. So that's some high praise. Arm goes down to the bullpen in the left field corner for the Hurricanes. Cloud cover back and intact. The 1-0 pitch from Schweitzer misses away. 2-0 to Gonzalez. This is a dangerous bat. Gonzalez, while his average is at 258, still has 11 home runs and 56 driven in. He has, however, hit into a team-high 8 double plays with 1 on and 1 out. And the 2-0 misses outside. 3 balls and no strikes. We have not seen a secondary pitch yet from Jake Schweitzer, who has been way outside against the left-handed hitter with the wind blowing out to right field. Gonzalez, a second-generation Hurricane, just 5'9" in the batter's box, left side, crowding the plate. The 3-0. And it is up and away, ball 4, and there's 2 on. That was not a comfortable sequence for Schweitzer, who could not locate a 3-0 pitch for a strike. And there's 2 on for the DH, Derek Williams. Gonzalez, an ideal guy to double up, and I think we're seeing a little extra adrenaline and maybe not quite staying with the fundamentals of his delivery. Schweitzer may be opening up a little bit, and Roger Williams is going to come out and chat with him to see what they can do to evaluate what they can do to get him back into the strike zone. I'm going to try to get a little more detailed look at those other 2 games so we can not just give you scores, but give you insight as to how events are transpiring. So we got the Duke game, and we got the Carolina game. Roger Williams done chatting. He makes his way back into the dugout. He has been just at his best. So the scoring in the game has been 2 homers. A solo home run in the top of the 2nd for Arizona, and Vanderbrake, a 3-run shot in the bottom of the 3rd. So that's the extent of the scoring in Chapel Hill. Derek Williams, the DH, bats from the right side. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. And Schweitzer having trouble finding the zone. And the fans a little anxious, trying to help him out. Arizona a 2 seed. North Carolina the number 5 national seed. First and 2nd, 1 out, 2-2 game. Here's the 1-0 from Schweitzer, and it's down and away, 2-0. And that's 6 straight out of the zone from Schweitzer since the flyout by Cuvée. Fastball didn't miss by much, but he's trying to go down and away from Derek Williams, who missed 20 games with a broken hamate bone and still hit 9 home runs. The 2-0, down and away, ball 3, and it would appear Jake doesn't have it right now. And this is an atmosphere that Jake has not seen. His numbers have been phenomenal. And he has been as reliable an arm as we've had out of the bullpen. But he's a pitch away from loading the bases on back-to-back 4-pitch walks. The 3-0, and he grooves the fastball at 90 for strike 1. 3-1. Williams has hit into 1 double play this year. Miami, again, we mentioned Cuvée hit into 1. And then Gonzalez today in the 2nd picked to second base, and it'll just be a lob to Byram Hott to reset the pitch clock. Schweitzer scaling his way back up the hill, kicks a little dirt out of the spikes. Now a little moisture on the fingertips before stepping onto the middle of the rubber. Batter ready, 2 on, 1 out. The 3-1 pitch. Called strike on the inside, and we are full. So the fans getting back into this one. The bottom of the 5th did not go as well as the Cards fans had hoped. Trying to will this team to a bottom of the 6th inning with a better result. 2 on, 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Down the right field line, foul and out of play. Fastball at 91, and having seen just the 1 breaking ball from Schweitzer that he didn't land, there might be some reluctance to throw a bender. That's a tough one when you're a 1-pitch pitcher. Schweitzer obviously has a change, but it's been primarily the 2-pitch mix. Galvin at 2nd, Gonzalez at 1st. With 1 out, the 3-2 delivery. Up and in, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to load the bases for Renzo Gonzalez. And Dan McDonald's got a decision here because Schweitzer does not look like he has it. And this is an arm that you thought maybe, if things go well, could give you 2, 3, even 4 innings if you needed it. We cannot see the bullpen to know if anybody's loosening. But Renzo Gonzalez Same number as Ethan Eberle. Bats with the bases loaded. He is 1 for 3 this year. More importantly, runner at third fewer than 2 out. He is 1 of 5. Mentioned that earlier this weekend. So in a 2-2 game, the go-ahead run has been at third base for each team with 1 out in the last half innings. A kick and a pitch, and it's away, and Schweitzer's in danger of pushing across a run with the bases loaded walk. Bases loaded, 1 away. Left-handed batter Renzo Gonzalez awaits the 0-1, or the 1-0, and it's way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. You have no visit. You've already paid a visit. Renzo Gonzalez, limited play, 31 starts, has hit into 4 double plays. Bases loaded, 1 out. Dangerous pitch, the 2-0. Grounded right back to Schweitzer. He flips to Klein. The throw to first. Double play. The inning is over. Jake Schweitzer. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Cards and Canes playing for a trip to the College World Series. And we're tied at 2. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
At U of L Health Heart Hospital, we're an exciting chapter in the Jewish hospital story. Built on a history of over 40 medical firsts, we're the area's only heart hospital with a focus on comprehensive heart care, where academic research pioneers innovative treatments and a network of experts offers life-changing care. Here, your heart is in the right place. Visit uoflhealth.org/heart.
Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. By working together, we've moved forward towards a brighter future. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. See why our new Kentucky home is the best place to do business and live a good life at newkentuckyhome.ky.gov.
A righty in the bullpen still loosening for the Hurricanes. They could try to hand it to their closer as this one's tapped into the dugout foul. Pulled to the first base side. It's 1-2. Walters wasn't great, but got the job done yesterday with 2 innings of work, throwing 30 pitches. 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 game, the 1-2 decline. Roped into right field. Starting at it is Kulikowski. He stumbles and makes the grab. And after the joke of a bloop single to left by Miami and Kulikowski, Matt Klein hits a ball 102 miles an hour, and it couldn't be any more at the right fielder if he tried. We deserve better. We really, really do. Here's Jake Monroe as the sun breaks through the cloud cover here at Patterson. Shadows casting from the clouds, moving from the plate to center field. 2 out, nobody on. The first pitch to Monroe. Fastball away, 1-0. Monroe singled with 2 out in the first inning, struck out in the third, and then walked in the 5th against Will Smith. Getting a second look at the righty. With 2 out, nobody on in a 2-2 game, here's the 1-0 delivery. Down and away, 2-0, and he does not look at all comfortable against the righties. He had Hot befuddled. Everybody else has been a lefty of late. Monroe with a hitter's count here. Home runs in each of the first 2 supers games, the 2-0. Up the middle, past the diving shortstop Ogden, and the Cards have a base runner with 2 out here in the 7th inning. And here he is. How many times can the fans chant his name, hoping for some magic? Eddie King Jr. 2 home runs yesterday, a double on Friday. The fans with a little jump around, trying to will the king of the diamond as the hero here in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-2 game. Monroe is short lead at first. Will Smith having trouble with his pitch comm in the ear. Now he's hearing it. It's probably a slider, folks. The first pitch to Eddie King Jr. And it's a slider down and away for a strike, and that's just an absolute dynamite spot. Man, oh man. You can't throw it any better than that. The Cardinals go with the pitch comm that signals in on the wristband. The Hurricanes go with the earpiece. And right now, Will Smith is having trouble hearing his, whether it's sweat messing with it or otherwise. We have time called to let him sort that out. Eddie asking about where that was in the zone, and the plate umpire, David Yule, explaining it to him. I mean, that is disgusting. There's no way to hit that pitch. Now the pitch signaling device working. Go ahead, run at first base with 2 out, and they'll throw over to check on Monroe, who is caught off guard, diving back to the bag, hands first. Adam Vrabel's heart skipping a beat as the first base coach. Monroe maybe caught lulling into a nap there with the pitch comm struggles. 2-2 our score with 2 out, a runner on, the 0-1 to Eddie King Jr. In the air, right side, down the line, foul and out of play. So Eddie got the slider, but couldn't do much with it. It is away, and he sends it out of the crowd and into an 0-2 count. King taps the plate with his Louisville slugger. With a runner at first base and 2 out, here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball is fouled back. He hung that pitch up in the zone, and sometimes those eyes get big. And at the same time, you don't want to get rung up 0-2. So some new baseballs are delivered. To the plate umpire, David Yule. Monroe leading away from first. With 2 out in this 2-2 game, the 0-2 again to Eddie King Jr. In the dirt, that gets away from the catcher. On to second goes Monroe, and a base hit could put the Cards on top. The wild pitch for Will Smith is his 3rd of the season. And a runner in scoring position for the Cardinals, and a 1-2 ledger to Eddie King Jr. Smith still having trouble hearing. The 1-2 to Eddie King Jr. after a glance to Monroe at second. Swung on and hit into center field. Charging in the center fielder. Diving forward. It's off the glove. Here comes Monroe. He scores. And it's 3-2 Louisville. Eddie does it again. Torres did everything he could, and justice is served as Eddie King Jr. gets a slider away, 78 miles per hour into center field, and King imploring the fans to get up on their feet. He'll be credited with an RBI double, and the Cards are on top for the first time today. Living up to his name. Here's Pike. Oh, Garrett. This is the redemption play right here. Fans remaining on their feet. Pike struck out on 3 pitches with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 5th. He's got King at second base. Cards up 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. With 2 out, a slider in the dirt, and a good take from Pike, 1-0. Eddie King Jr. with his 18th double, taking the team lead away from Pike. King standing at second. With 2 out, the 1-0 to Pike. Downstairs, 2-0. And while Smith has delivered 46 pitches with 26 2/3 innings on the season, he may be running out of gas. Hitters count for Pike, the 2-0 delivery. roped down the right field line, but just outside the bag. That slider was right in the middle of the plate at the bottom of the zone, and Pike turned on it. Renzo Gonzalez guarding the line. And now he'll await a 2-1 offering with a runner at second base, and the Cards in the lead. The pitch. In the air, right field. Curling in is Kulikowski toward the line. He loses the hat. He makes the play, and the side is retired. But Eddie King Jr. with an RBI double here with 2 out in the 7th inning puts the Cardinals on top for the first time today. To the 8th we go. It is 3-2 Louisville. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Whether you're traveling for work or play, it's easier and cheaper than ever to fly Louisville. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport now has non-stop flights to over 35 cities coast to coast. Boston is just 2 hours away with new non-stops on American Airlines. Visit the West Coast with Spirit's low fares to Los Angeles or Breeze Airways flights to San Francisco. Louisville has low fares and quick flights to great destinations like Austin, Vegas, New Orleans, and Charleston. Don't skip that weekend getaway or friends trip. Learn more at flylouisville.com.
Whether it's on the court, field, or pitch, the Cardinals can handle anything thrown their way. It just goes to show that being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. That's why PNC is proud to support University of Louisville Athletics and their dedication to smart, tested tactics. Just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there's a lot on the line. And having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865.
His second hit of the day. He has been, along with King, the hero of the weekend. And, of course, Eddie follows with a end-of-the-bat double into shallow left center field to drive home Monroe and break this 2-2 deadlock. To the 8th inning we go, and now Eddie heading out to the berm, throws the ball into the fans, and that's quite a souvenir. Whether this score holds or not, that's a big leaguer, folks. And we're so glad he came back. Played in a Little League World Series and won a title visiting the White House back in 2014. He'd love to get to the college stage at the same level. Williamsport and Omaha. Here's Max Galvin. He is singled and homered. First pitch from Schweitzer. Misses away. Ball 1. 1-0. Fans up tight on the right side, but that ball was a foot off the plate. And obviously, Galvin, a dangerous bat. Just his 4th trip to the plate here in the 8th inning. The Cards with a couple of double plays and only 5 runners stranded for Miami. The 1-0. Grounded right to Monroe. He was playing it on the grass, and he fires over to Davis for the out. 1 down. 5 outs away. And here's Cuvée. Cuvée, the first batter that Schweitzer faced. He had singled in the first after a long battle with Eberle, grounded out to third in the 3rd, and then flew out to center field in the 6th with a runner on. Cuvée, Triple Crown lead on his team. As Schweitzer faces him for a second time. Jake comes set at the belt with 1 out, nobody on, kicks and deals. And a little tapper that's fouled off the foot. 0-1 the count. Jake challenged him at 90, and after seeing a 93 out of Schweitzer, he's back to his normal fastball range, as that one was at the knees and Cuvée couldn't get to it. Obviously, an extremely dangerous bat. Cuvé's 3-run home run yesterday put away the game, or at least that was the eventual result. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-1. Fouled back toward us. That'll bang off of the girders down to a fan below us. And a beautiful barehanded stab by the gentleman in the black pullover. High fives all around. And it's 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. A trip to the College World Series on the line. Calmly looking at the wristband is Schweitzer. With 1 out, nobody on. He's way ahead of the 0-2. Line shot down the right field line and into the corner. Over to gather it is Pike as Cuvée heads to second. Garrett's throw coming into Neighbors, and Cuvé's got a 1-out double here in the 8th inning. And a 90-mile-an-hour fastball up at the belt does not seem like what they wanted to throw right there. 0-2 to Cuvée. Setting up in was Klein, and that ball was up in the zone, and might be fortunate that was only a double. So now Dorian Gonzalez 0 for 2 with a walk is the batter. That walk was on 4 pitches with Schweitzer after the flyout by Cuvée. This lineup goes left-right as much as it can. And a pick to second base as Alicea receives the throw. Again, a host of arms that haven't thrown this weekend, but a limited number of arms that have had postseason experience, as the Cardinals have kept it pretty simple. 9 pitchers, 2 making their debut yesterday. Schweitzer onto the first base side of the rubber with a runner at second base and another lob to second, and this may be ahead of a pitching change. You can pitch to matchups if you want. The Cardinals have some lefty options. Runner at second base, the tying run. First pitch is to the plate, and it's into left field. Eddie King Jr. is tracking. He's got it 2 away. So Eddie King Jr. gathers that out. Cuvée bluffing that he was going to go, forced to throw, and Eddie put it right on the bag, and it's going to be up to Derek Williams, the DH. So Williams singled in the second, popped up to take Davis in the fourth, and then walked in the sixth the first time he faced Schweitzer. The tying run in scoring position for the Hurricanes in this 3-2 game here in the top of the 8th, as Louisville is 4 outs away from the College World Series. The kick and the delivery, waved out and missed, 0-1. 90 on the heater up in the zone. Something about Schweitzer's fastball that has allowed him to throw it with a lot of confidence this year. An overflow crowd here in the Nest, hoping to witness history. The 0-1. Just a bit up in the zone. 1-1 the count. It had enough of the zone that you could have called it a strike, but we haven't seen a strike up there much. 1-1 the count. 8th inning, 2 out, 1 on. That runner Cuvée at second base represents the tying run in this game. The 1-1 from Schweitzer. In the air, right field. Pike going back. He's at the track. He's under it. He's got it. And the inning is over. And now it's 3 outs for a trip to Omaha. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Rose, Davis, and Neighbors will be the batters for the Cardinals. They lead it 3-2. This is Louisville Baseball from Learfield.
Hey Cards fans, get your L's up. Liquor Barn has everything you need for this week's Louisville Cardinal action. Liquor Barn makes it so easy to stock up for tailgating and game watch parties. Head to your nearest Liquor Barn store or go to liquorbarn.com to download the Liquor Barn app and place an order for pickup or delivery. Shop Kentucky's favorite spirits, wine, and beer store online, and you'll have more time for the Cards. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Go Cards!
If you want to make the most of your vacation, there's no better place than the Bluegrass State. Kentucky's 45 state parks offer abundant places to play and diverse accommodations to stay. Take a hike, float your boat, or bike the trails. Pitch a tent under the stars, or settle into a lakefront lodge. Tee up for 18 holes, then enjoy a signature meal. Even better, Kentucky residents receive special discounted rates. Plan your trip at www.parks.ky.gov.
In Chapel Hill, we are final. And the Arizona Wildcats are headed to the College World Series with a 4-3 victory thanks to a 3-run 8th inning against the North Carolina Tar Heels. So an ACC team has gone down, as Arizona is the second team in the field. The Wildcats joining the Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina on the Louisville side of the bracket. Across the bracket, Murray State hanging on 10-8, bottom 7 at Duke. Other games getting underway later today. This one 3-2. Louisville leading Miami. And the new arm is number 8, Carson Fisher. Fisher pitched yesterday and riddled the Cardinals with 3 in the third inning. So run, a hit, a walk, 3 strikeouts. It was Fisher that came on as the second arm out of the bullpen. And he did give up the home run to Eddie King Jr., but that was really the only disruption of his day. So Zion Rose trying to get things going in the right direction here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Doubled in the first run of the game for the Cardinals. He is 1 for 3. I would hate to see Zion push a bunt to the first base side right here, but we'll see what he can do. Fisher kicks and fires, and it's over for a strike, 0-1. Fisher, 5-1. The ERA 5.50 in a team leading 30 appearances, 36 innings, 24 runs, 22 earned, 33 hits, and 19 walks. The 0-1 to Rose, fouled at the plate. It's 0-2. Not sure what the fans were uptight about there. Fisher, 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and a .248 opponent's average. He has hit 4. And again, he was dominant yesterday. 3-2 Cards, bottom of the 8th inning. Rose leading off, down 0-2 in the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball. And the Cardinals' bats quiet today. It's been about the timely hits, and that's what Dan McDonald preaches. 7 Ks for this pitching staff. Davis struck out swinging against Fisher. Faced him just that one time. Teague has a single and 3 trips to go with 2 strikeouts, and he looks at a breaking ball at the foot, 0-1. 3-2 Cardinals, bottom of the 8th inning. Fisher with a wind and the 1-0 to take Davis. Foul down the first base line. Renzo Gonzalez guarding the line. There's not going to be any base hits inside the bag as our red-tailed hawk flies over the diamond and beyond the batter's eye, heading over toward the football stadium. Some blue sky showing some intermittent sunshine of late. The count to take Davis is 1-1. With 1 out, nobody on in the 3-2 lead, the 1-1 pitch. Called strike. Oh, my goodness gracious. That is a changeup that's off the plate by 6 inches. And it's 1-2. Been a little erratic with the zone at times. Good pitch. 1 out, nobody on, 3-2 Cards. Infield shifted with 3 on the right side. The 1-2 to take Davis. Reached for and sent to the right side. Under the glove of Gonzalez and into right field. Davis takes a quick turn but heads back to the bag. The seeing eye roller sneaks through, and it's a 1 out base runner for the Cardinals. So here comes Kamayu Neighbors for the first time today. Byram Hott got the start, 1 for 3. His RBI fielder's choice tied the game at 2 back in the 4th inning. Neighbors a switch hitter. In from the left side against the righty Fisher. Teague Davis will get his second single of the day. He's at first with 1 out. Neighbors is bunting and he fouls it off, 0-1. Neighbors yesterday popped up to left field on the first pitch he saw from Fisher. 3-2 Cards, bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Trying to tack on a little insurance and turn over the lineup. Alicea, the 9-hole hitter, on deck for the Cards. The 0-1 to Neighbors. Bounces off the plate. 1-1 the count. Kamayu hitting .252. 5 doubles, 2 triples, 16 driven in. More walks than strikeouts. And a team leading 10 sacrifices. But seeming less likely here after the first opportunity or attempt. The 1-1. Bouncing ball up the middle. Gonzalez flips to second for one, and there will be no relay. Take Davis slid this time. But that was a nifty play by the second baseman, Dorian Gonzalez, moving to his right on a hard hit ball from Kamayu Neighbors. So he's on a fielder's choice. The out goes 4-6. It's the second out of the inning. And here is Ali Seiya, who is 0 for 2 today. Or 0 for 3, excuse me. Yesterday in the ninth inning, he barreled a double into the right field corner. Neighbors is 13 of 15 on stolen bases. So a threat there at first. And they'll throw over to check on Neighbors. 3-2 Cardinals, bottom of the eighth inning. The winner of this ball game heads to the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. Ali Seiya batting from the left side with a runner at first base and 2 out. The first pitch. Stroked into center field, a base hit. Neighbors going to take a turn and stop. They'll throw behind him, but he's on the bag safely. And Lucas Moore will bat with 2 on and 2 out here in the eighth, looking to add to the 3-2 advantage. Lucas has been quiet in the postseason. He is 5 for 26. And here comes a pitching change. And they want the lefty. It appears that it's going to be Jackson Cleveland. Moore not going to face the righty Fisher. Davis singled. Neighbors hit into a fielder's choice. And then Ali Seiya with the base hit. Sticky check is affirmative for Fisher as he exits. The same for the new pitcher entering. And we will confirm that arm as soon as we hear word. My name is Sean Moth. It's great to have you along as always. Tanner Brudemesso slaying it as usual back as the man in the chair in the studios. And it is number 49, Jackson Cleveland from Deer Park, Texas, a Lamar transfer. The right-hander pitched on Friday, went 2 innings, giving up 1 hit. The question is, who did he face over 2 innings? And we're here to answer that question. Rose, King, Pike, Monroe, Davis, Neighbors, Ali Seiya. So more inclined the only 2 that didn't see him. And that, I think, is a big deal. So again, Jackson Cleveland, the 6-foot righty, not a lefty matchup, but a righty, is the new pitcher. Cleveland on this season. 18 appearances, no starts, no decisions, a 4.50 ERA over 24 innings. 12 runs, 15 hits, 10 walks, 25 Ks. He's given up 3 doubles, 5 home runs, and a 176 opponent's average. 3 wild pitches, 3 hit batters. If you're looking ahead, the ninth inning has 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Hurricanes. But hopefully, we don't look ahead for a while. Cleveland finishes his warm-up tosses as it's a clock now, not a number of pitches. 2-minute clock go. And so Jackson Cleveland taking his time to work the warm-up tosses. The lefty-righty splits for Cleveland, in case that's something that's in the back of your mind. 154 for lefties, 205 for righties. How opponents hit 176 against you and your ERA's 4.39 is beyond me, or 4.50. It has got to be those 8 extra base hits. So Lucas Moore, 1 for 4 today. One of the greatest base stealers and prolific run scorers in school history. In from the left side against the righty Cleveland. There is a gap on the left side of the infield that is begging for a ground ball from Lucas Moore. First and second, 2 out. A look to the runner at second and the pitch. Swung on and hit to left field. Back goes Galvin. He's at the track. He leaps and he makes the grab. Lucas Moore puts a charge into it, and once again in the range of an outfielder to retire the side. We're 3 outs away from a College World Series. It's 6, 7, 8 in the order for the Miami Hurricanes in the top of the 9th. 3-2, the Cardinals lead it. This is Louisville Baseball from Lear Field.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Pro Rehab Physical Therapy can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 20 convenient locations across Kentuckiana, contact Pro Rehab Physical Therapy today at ProRehab.com to see a physical therapist. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, a proud partner of the Louisville Cardinals and trusted choice for keeping Card fans in the game.
Hey there, Cardinals fans. Your home deserves top-tier care and attention. That's why you can count on Southern Roofing and Renovations, your trusted local roofing expert. From the moment they arrive to the final inspection, Southern Roofing provides a guided experience from start to finish. Whether it's a quick repair or a full roof replacement, they've got you covered with the dedication and quality you can rely on. Visit SouthernRNR.com and see the Southern difference for yourself.
Joker and the Thief. As we go to the bottom or the top of the 9th, the Cardinals once again are the home team in this one. And on to pitch for the Cardinals, the southpaw, number 46, Justin West, the 6'3" junior from Paducah, Kentucky, is on for the 23rd time this year. 2-2 with a 6.25 ERA. That doesn't tell the story. 31 2/3 innings, 24 runs, 22 earned, 33 hits, 17 walks, 45 Ks. 2 doubles, 4 home runs, a .270 opponent's average with 4 wild pitches and 3 hit batters. They go to West to face the lefty Gonzalez, Smith, and Kulikowski scheduled to follow. West has 1 career save. It came last year. In his last 3 outings, including his 2 shutout innings on Friday, West has pitched 5 1/3 scoreless frames. As far as where in the order West was seen by Miami hitters, he came on to face a pinch hitter, Gutierrez and Torres. So Renzo Gonzalez, the batter, to lead things off, 3 outs away from a trip to the College World Series. The sun breaking through the cloud cover here at Patterson. 3-2 the Louisville lead, and the first offering from West misses away with a breaking ball, 1-0. West 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 7 batters faced on Friday. The kick and the delivery misses down, 2-0. Schweitzer, 3 innings out of the pen, 2 hits, 2 walks, 38 pitches, 22 strikes for the freshman. West working to the 1-for-3 Gonzalez, delivers a 2-0 pitch, and it's high, 3-0. And West, maybe some nerves here, as nobody on this team has pitched on a stage quite like this. The fans, for the most part, are on their feet here in the nest. Bright sunshine for the first time really all weekend, shedding light on a 3-0 delivery from West. And it's over for a strike and a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. The winner of this game goes to the College World Series. We're in the top of the 9th, 3-2 Cards, the 3-1. Fouled out of play. Left side, and we're full. Now the fans that were sitting are standing, looking to witness yet another piece in this Louisville history book. Lefty versus lefty. The 3-2 delivery. Popped up foul out of play and into the seats, and in this case onto the rooftop. And the fans will, like that old Evel Knievel action figure, turn the crank and rev things up for the 2-strike clap. If you know, you know. Another 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. Called strike 3. Fastball away. And we're 2 outs away from America's Heartland. 4th strikeout of the game. The first for West. And here's Tanner Smith. Chris Dominguez not happy about that call, chatting with David Ewell a bit. And now a warning is being issued to what is, without question, an emotional Dominguez. I don't know the fans realize that's Chris Dominguez. Little pause there. Tanner Smith is 0 for 3. He's a right-handed hitter. Smith, like looking at a watch, twists his arm to see what the pitch is. Heels on the rubber, the windup, and the offering. Over the rooftop, strike 1, 0-1. 3-2 Cardinals. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Game 3 of our Super Regional. And it's been a dandy. With 1 out, nobody on. The 0-1 from Justin West. Misses low. 1-1 the count. West in the postseason. 4 1/3 scoreless. 3 hits, 3 strikeouts. A 188 opponent's average. The 1-1. Misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tanner Smith. A 253 average for the catcher. From Chandler, Arizona, by way of Oregon State, who has a game tonight in this same situation. The 2-1. Outside. 3-1. 1-run game. Top of the 9th inning, 1 out, nobody on. West looks for the sign. Now winds and fires a 3-1 delivery. Swinging a foul tip. And to a second full count of the frame we go. Miami ball boy grabs that loose pearl and flips it over to the opposite side of the diamond. The fans with a 2-strike clap on their feet. 1 out of the 9th inning, a 3-2 Louisville lead. The 3-2 pitch, fouled back over the rooftop. We'll rewind and do it again with a new set of baseballs delivered to David Ewell. He slides them into the saddlebags on each hip. Looks to the batter. A big exhale from Smith. Now points to West. Another 3-2 delivery. Popped up foul back out of play right side toward the terrace. And the fans, every last one of them, standing up. With some exceptions in green and orange. 1 out of the 9th, 3-2 Cards. West with yet another 3-2 delivery. Popped up again. This one will drift over toward the terrace. And Tanner Smith refusing to go away. Was in OSU in 22, 23, and 24. Never hit over 250. Born in Minnesota. Grew up in Chandler, Arizona. West from Paducah, Kentucky. Another 3-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not on the appeal. And a runner is aboard. First base umpire Greg Charles said that he did not offer at that pitch. And they'll bring in a pinch runner, as it looked like that was the swing. West went with a fastball away, and it is a walk. Smith replaced by a pinch runner. Waiting to see who it is. Number 6, Brandon DeGote. So here's Jake Kulikowski. Cards have turned 2 double plays today. Runner at first base, 1 out. Kulikowski 1 for 1. Breaking ball misses. Outside, 1-0. West pitching with a runner on that represents the tying run in this game. Kulikowski, the 8-hole hitter in this lineup. Torres has been the hottest hitter in the postseason for the Canes in the 9-hole. The 1-0 misses away. And right now, West may be nibbling just a little bit. Just trying to coax strikes out of the zone. Pinch running to Goody at first. He represents the tying run, the 2-0 pitch. Misses away. It's 3-0, and West struggling with the zone right now, and fans are not happy, but it's 3-0. West does not appear to want to come into Kulikowski, who has not homered this year. And there's a 4-pitch walk. The tying run's at second base, and the go-ahead run is at first. Back-to-back walks by West. Wyatt Danilevich would seem to be the most likely candidate if they were to make a call to the pen, as the catcher Klein, the third baseman Monroe, and the second baseman Neighbors chat with West. A base hit can tie this game, and Roger Williams will come have a chat. Checking it on Durham. Oh my. Murray State has put up 9 in the 7th inning, and they lead Duke 19-8, trying to force a Game 3 tomorrow. At least 2 home runs hit by the Racers, or the Breads, and somewhere Johnny Reagan is smiling brightly. 19-8. Roger Williams concludes his chat. 9-hole hitter Michael Torres, again, the best average on the team in the postseason, is at the plate. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. The 9-hole hitter singled and scored in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th, and flew out to left in the 7th against Schweitzer. Justin West, 4 straight out of the zone, back-to-back walks, 2 on, 1 out, kicks and fires, and a foul ball gets strike 1. 2 outs away from the College World Series. Louisville is the home team, so a run doesn't end the game. Or 2, actually. West slides up against the rubber, looks to the runner at second, the 0-1 pitch. Misses away, and he has been missing glove side a lot, especially against the lefties. 1-1 the count. West, in terms of his righty-lefty splits, pretty close to even. First and second, 1 out, a 1-run game. The 1-1 pitch down the left field line, foul, and it's 1-2. The arm in the bullpen getting loose. Will go gather that baseball and head back to the hill. And the fans with a 2-strike clap, seeking out number 2, if not number 3, here in the 9th inning. 2 on, 1 out. A spin and a pick to second base. And Alisea slides over to gather that one, as the pinch running Degote in his first appearance here is back to the bag standing. Shadows continue to move across the diamond with the sunlight and clouds playing chase. The fans on their feet with a 2-strike clap. First and second, 1 out, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Big swing from Torres, and he just topped that breaking ball at the top of the zone into the turf. And we'll stay here at 1-2. Jake Ogden, the leadoff man, is on deck for the Canes. Louisville 1-1 in Game 3s in the Super Regionals, winning in 07 and dropping 1 in 2015. 4-0 in rubber games here at home. First and second, 1 out, the 1-2. Fastball up, 2-2, and you can't play around here. Tried to get him to chase the fastball up. He saw the chase on the breaking ball up, and maybe that same logic following. West comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Another fastball up in the zone. That would have been ball 3. If not ball 5. But 3 swings, 3 foul balls from Torres. Number 34 in his back from Miami, Florida. West to the wristband. With first and second, 1 out of the 9th inning of a 1-run game, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled down the left field line, and Torres will not go away. Despite his hot-hitting postseason, he is batting .233 for the entire campaign. A home run and just 14 RBI. Torres has grounded into 1 double play. Another 2-2 pitch from West. Got him looking like he was standing in line at the DMV. 2 backwards Ks for West. There's 2 out in the 9th. And the Cards are 1 out away from their 6th trip to Omaha. And here's Jake Ogden, 0 for 4 on the day. A right-handed batter. And Dan McDonald's going to go to the righty. And I think this might be Brennan Cutts. Coach Mack takes the stroll. West has battled, but he has gone into 2 full counts, a 4-pitch walk, and a 2-2 lengthy strikeout. And the new pitcher charging in from the bullpen. Getting the inspection from the umpire. And the Cardinals, with a 3-2 lead, 2 out in the 9th inning, will hand the ball off to the only player on the roster that's pitched in a postseason. It's number 50, Brennan Cutts. A nice hand for West, who goes to the obligatory check to see if he's got any foreign substances on his hands. But number 50, Brennan Cutts, the 6'3 senior from Greenup, Illinois. Some playoff or postseason experience at Indiana State. Cutts wears number 50 on his back, and he takes the hill for the 25th time. 3-1 with a .493 earned run average, a save to his credit. 21 runs, 19 earns, 27 hits, 15 walks, and 39 strikeouts. 5 doubles, a triple, 8 home runs, a .209 opponent's batting average. He has 3 wild pitches and 11 hit batters. For Cutts in the postseason, 2 appearances, no decisions, 4 1/3 innings, a run on 2 hits, a walk, and 7 Ks. The run was a solo home run on the Friday game against East Tennessee State University. For Cutts, he bridged the gap to West after Forbes on Friday with an inning and a third scoreless. And if you're curious as to whom he faced, Cutts came on to get Jake Ogden to ground out on a bunt. Galvin doubled, Cuvée struck out. So Brennan Cutts on to pitch for the Louisville Cardinals. And we will keep it right here. Louisville was down 2-0 after 3. An RBI double from Zion Rose brought in Garrett Pike, who had bunted for a hit. And an RBI fielder's choice from Byram Hott brought home the tying run. Then Jake Monroe, a 2-out single. A wild pitch put him at second base. And then an RBI double from Eddie King Jr., who has been otherworldly and baseball royalty all postseason long and down the stretch for this Louisville Cardinals team. That RBI double the difference in this game, as the Cardinals and their fans are an out away from their 6th trip to the College World Series. Ogden, a 6-foot junior righty, batting .337 on the year. Had a big home run yesterday. The berm covered with fans on their feet. The overpass lined with fans. The terraces 5-6 deep. And everybody in the stadium is standing. First and second, 2 out in the 9th inning. The kick and a spin to second base on the throw. That'll reset the pitch clock. Ogden trying to avoid the collar. The tying run is at second. A UPS jet takes off overhead on a quiet day in the air. 2 out in the 9th inning, 3-2 Cards, 2 on. The first offering. This is away. 1-0. A great blue heron flies over the diamond. Ducote at second, Kulikowski at first. 3-2 Cardinals here in the top of the 9th. The 1-0 to Ogden. Fouled straight back. It's 1-1. 90 on the heater from Cutts. Brennan threw 34 pitches on Friday. He'll reach down and gather a pinch of the rosin bag to get some sticky on the finger. Check swing, did he go? He did not. 2-1. Fastball was well outside. And Ogden has worked his way into a hitter's count. The anxious fans trying to will their way to this final out. 2 on, 2 out. 9th inning, 3-2 Cards. The 2-1 from Cutts. Outside. And it's 3-1. Cutts again tries to get them feel on the rosin bag. Looks over to second base to the runner. Right foot on the third base side of the slab. With 2 out and 2 on. The 3-1 pitch to the leadoff man, Ogden. Fouled straight back. And we are a strike away from the penultimate dog pile of the baseball season. Two on, 2 out, 3-2 Cardinals. The payoff pitch from Brennan Cutts. In the air, center field. Moore is under it. And on to Omaha for the Cardinals. The dog pile is a classic to the left of the mound. Colin Mowry out of the bullpen, the final man to join. Lucas Moore secures the fly ball to center. And the Louisville Cardinals will make their 6th trip to the College World Series. Peeling players off of each other. Brennan Cutts trying to catch his breath at the bottom of the dog pile. And the Louisville Cardinals are in the Elite 8 of the baseball world. Look at Justin West.